Yes. How are you there? Nice to see you. What's going on?
I'm doing all right.
Ah.
I'm hating a printer, and that's about it.
You're hating a printer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm good.
I'm a little fired up myself this morning,
Are you?
Cherry. Yeah.
Why?
I was harassed all night long by my fantasy football commissioner. I'm not even going to get started on it.
All night long.
All night long.
Basically, it seemed like all night long, yes.
Wow.
I'll get into it later, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not getting into it now.
All right.
But here I am, Trader Jack in the fantasy football world.
You like to trade. You're
Why
a big
shouldn't
trader.
you be? They're free in our league.
Sure.
And I'm a very personable guy. I like to offer rip-off trades to everyone.
Sure, why not? It's part of the game,
I made
right?
a trade with Kilbreath and Pasty last night.
Did you?
right.
What did we trade?
That was turned out to be a good trade for both
good.
teams as I see it. I definitely needed a receiver. They needed a running back. Everything worked out.
It's
And
all copacetic.
everyone's happy except the commissioner and his pseudo-commissioner, little friend. And
Pseudo-commissioner.
I'm not even going to get into it now, but I'm being harassed. I'm being called a cheater. Like I have nothing better to do with my life than cheat in fantasy football.
And the pseudo-commissioner can get under your skin, too, I think, a little
You
bit.
think?
Well, I thought there was
Only
just
because he fits.
does everybody know he's the pseudo-commissioner?
I
or-
never knew there was a pseudo-commissioner before this.
Pseudo-commissioner.
I'm not going to get into this.
Oh.
I told you I'm not going to get into it. Maybe I'll get into it later. If you remind me like around, I don't know, 3 hours from now.
Okay.
Maybe I'll give you the whole story.
All right.
I'll write it down.
All right?
Stephen's writing it down because he wants to talk about
I don't see
that.
what the problem would
But
be.
I'm being accused of being a colluder, not on your trade, Stephen and Pasty, but on another. It's a whole story.
Oh,
I'm not getting into it now.
All right.
I'm just going to be too fired up. I'll be lost for the rest of the morning.
All right.
You want to lose me for the rest of the morning?
No, not really.
All right, then. Then just know what I've told you.
All right.
I've told you the basics, that I was harassed all night by my fantasy football commissioner.
Can you oust the commissioner?
Could we have a commissioner like Koo or something like that?
Yes.
Well,
Is that a thought? Maybe.
Wait till he goes on vacation and we'll take over the palace.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
how
that's-
dare he call you a
I
cheater and all that
I
stuff?
like your line of thinking, Terry.
I mean, I'm like, get him out.
But nobody else wants to do it,
That's
right?
the problem.
But I think the commissioner was only acting on the
Pseudo-commissioners?
the irate little temper of the pseudo-commissioner.
Well, then tell the pseudo-commissioner to shutty.
Not lay back, but shutty,
Just
yes.
shutty. Don't
Right.
even lay back.
Okay. No one would know the difference anyway.
The pseudo has nothing to complain about. He's doing pretty well this year.
Well, he wants
Well, then why
to.
is he
He
complaining?
thinks it's guaranteed money. That's what the pseudo-commissioner's problem is. He doesn't want anyone else threatening that forecast of his.
Is he counting money now?
Very Jimmy-ish of the pseudo-commissioner to be doing that.
He's like a leprechaun protecting his pot of gold.
Right. So that's why I'm being harassed.
All right.
Because my team is 2-2, but made some trades last night that should certainly improve the franchise.
Well, good.
But
Good.
every trade I make, I'm being harassed.
You're
It's
being
harassment.
and monitored.
Because I'm the only one in the league that makes trades.
Well, you like that. I remember that. In the years past, you've always liked the trade and things like that, especially towards the end when it gets really nitty-gritty.
I'm not Stan Pat Gillick,
No,
okay?
I know.
I know you know exactly what I'm saying when I say
Sure.
that. All right. Used to be the GM of the Mariners.
Right.
Now's the GM of
Phillies,
the
right.
Phillies, yes. And takes Jamie Moyer wherever he goes.
Yeah, Arthur Rhodes.
Yes. So, all you need to know, Terry,
Yes.
is that I'm being harassed by my fantasy football commissioner.
No, that's not good.
Yes.
If you're going to be a commissioner or something, have your own mind. Be strong enough.
Or I'm going to be harassed, at least sexually harassed. Come on.
Really, make it worth something, right?
Yeah, it's a real cute guy. I have no idea what it even looks like. Anyway.
Okay.
So that's where I am.
All right. Well,
In a very ready to explode kind of place. So I'm ready to snap at any second. I'm a walking time bomb this morning, Terry.
well, that's not good.
Okay, just keep that in mind. That should be a fun day.
Get connected with T-Man by dialing 1-866-663-TMAN.
That's right! It's the T-Man Show.
It's the shocking news that hit Hollywood on Friday. Golden couple Eva Longoria and Tony Parker admitting their year-and-a-half-old relationship is in jeopardy. But according to Eva's rep, the couple hasn't officially parted ways, explaining, quote, Eva and Tony are going through a very difficult time right now.
We've only been going out a year and a half. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Feels like it's been about 3-4 years.
I know. Forever, it does.
It's been more than a year and a half.
No, it's only been about, closer
Extras
to 2.
way off. I think they should take it up with the commissioner because this is just inaccurate, Terry. It's only I remember her sitting courtside at the Spurs games 2 championship series ago.
Yeah, well.
Was she there against the Sonics?
I don't remember. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I thought she was too. So that was
I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm lost.
Golden couple
They were just
Eva
friends.
Longoria.
And why do
and
they call him Golden Couple? Because Tony Parker's a light-skinned black guy?
I don't know because they're so I don't know limelight so much and they're just. So
I had a
gold.
friend they used to call Golden Child because he had like this golden bronze type skin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
He was a full black guy, but he had a very light goldenish skin tone.
Ah, okay.
And the girls called him Golden Guy.
I was called Golden Grams guy for a long time.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And Steven's always been called the Golden Girl. So
Golden topping.
he loves the golden topping. So
Yeah, he does.
he's a very close resemblance to Betty White. But
Well, I heard some of the rumors circulating around this whole little breakup is that she got upset because Tony was seen like grinding at a club with his ex-girlfriend.
if you're a girlfriend, you gotta let your boyfriend grind. That's just the bottom line here. All right. If you want to maintain a happy relationship, boyfriend-girlfriend situation, and/or marriage, you gotta let your boyfriend grind every once in a while, right or wrong?
Well, no, not
Oh, okay.
especially not with your ex-girlfriend.
You don't agree with that statement?
Not at all.
Oh, what a shame.
No.
I thought I might be able to sell you on that early in the morning.
Not that early.
Gotta be willing to let your boyfriend grind on other women.
No, not
long
only
as
other
his-
women, but your ex-girlfriend.
As
and that?
long as his pants are on in the public situation, you gotta let him grind on other women. That's the end of the story.
Golden couple Eva Longoria and Tony Parker admitting their year-and-a-half-old relationship is in jeopardy. But according to Eva's rep, the couple hasn't officially parted ways, explaining, quote, Eva and Tony are going through a very difficult time right now, just like any other couple with extremely demanding careers. And speaking of that,
Yeah, they have real demanding careers. She has to make sure she looks good, and he has to just do what comes natural to him and play basketball, which is his nature's gift,
Right.
the gift of athletics, Terry. It doesn't seem like that much pressure to me. I'm sorry.
Well, when you guys both have busy schedules and you can't be with each other all the time, that's very demanding.
Sounds like a good formula for successful relationships to me.
Well, it's not.
When we see each other, we just want to rip each other's clothes off because we see each other so infrequently, and that's the secret to our success.
Well, yeah, but it's not working.
Try coming home to the same person every night.
I do, and it's wonderful.
My wife doesn't look ecstatic to see me on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying?
Eva and Tony are going through a very difficult time right now, just like any other couple with extremely demanding careers. And speaking of that demanding career, it seems even breakup rumors won't stop the hot housewife. The same day the story broke, Eva hit the town. First stop, ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Please welcome Eva
That
Long.
show's still on the air?
Yeah.
Shockingly.
It is, yeah.
Huh. Does anyone know that?
I don't think so.
Well, now we've just heard it still is because Eva went to it.
Yeah, apparently so.
The same day the story broke, Eva hit the town. First stop, ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Please welcome Eva Longoria.
Wearing a short black dress and sporting those still light locks, Eva kept mum on her relationship, but opened up about her new Hollywood home, a home she was reportedly going to share with Tony.
Oh, that's a shame when you get the home all decorated just for you and your boyfriend's needs. Then, oops, no boyfriend. What do I do now?
Well, and I think she was at Dancing with Stars last night.
I don't
Yeah,
know
she
if I'm
was.
really going to get a lot out of this indoor basketball court we
I know that we had
installed
put in.
here. Yes.
It was so nice. It was just to spec.
And our fancy crepe machines. Since he's a fruity little Frenchman.
Yeah.
Loves his crepes every day.
Of course. What Frenchman wouldn't?
Sure, they eat those every day.
A home she was reportedly going to share with Tony.
It's so exciting. I haven't moved into it yet because we're doing work and stuff to it.
The 31-year-old
This magnum-sized condom hanger. What do I do with this?
Oh,
No one's going to fit this.
Tony was a massive man, and now I have to try to fill his shoes.
It'll be hard for her to find somebody, I don't think.
Well, she was already linked with Keyshawn Johnson this year.
Keyshawn
She
Johnson.
was. Mm-hmm.
I think she's into Mario Lopez. That's why she was at Dancing with the Stars
Think
last
so?
night in the
No,
crowd. Yeah.
Mario Lopez is with his.
Any excuse for Steven to bring up Dancing with the Stars.
Twice
He'll
already.
take it. That's 2 times.
No, Terry did it first.
Yeah, I
Two
did.
times that Dancing with the
times.
Stars has been brought up already on this program. That's more than enough times for me. Would you please?
It's really good.
Enough! What happened last night that was so good?
Well, first of all,
Somebody twirled.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was the
Jerry
waltz.
Springer was.
I don't want to hear it. I
Yeah,
don't want
it
to hear
was.
it. I don't want to hear it. Anyhow,
Tear gas.
and I know what my alternative is. Nothing, because you have no stories in front of you because you're having printer
Oh
issues.
my gosh! I have 3 printers trying to print copies of stuff.
Your stories.
Of
yes,
my
I know.
stories,
So you have
and I'm
no
like
stories.
going, geez.
None of the printers around here are working.
None. I'm like, can I just, get one thing,
But
two things.
But at noon today, all these printers will be spitting out your stories.
Yeah.
And a whole forest of trees will come crashing down.
Yes.
Wonderful, Terry. Very well done. Thanks for looking out for Mother Earth.
I'm trying.
You own stock in Warehouser. Bye, bye, bye.
I'm trying to, be conservative and stuff. But hey, if one doesn't work, okay, let me try this one.
Right,
Did you put?
Yes, Stephen.
Did you put paper in the bottom tray?
Are you going to mention? Are you going to somehow sneak in a reference to Dancing with the Stars on this issue?
No, actually.
Because the Dancing with the Stars crew would certainly twirl over and put the paper in the bottom of the tray.
Well, if you put it in the bottom tray, it totally freezes it up and screws the printer up.
Well, why don't you help her then?
Well, I didn't know there was a problem.
Since you're the master of the printer.
I'll go out there and do it right now.
All right.
All right. Well,
That'd
you
be
have no
fine.
stories, so as far as I'm concerned, that's not a bad thing. I can open the phone lines early.
Oh, I'm so frustrated, though.
1-866-663. T-Man is the number to call. Very rarely do we, at this time of the morning, look for your phone calls. But here's an opportunity, at least a 5-minute window or so that we have to jump on the phone lines at 1-866-663-T-Man and see what you have to say in the 6 o'clock hour. Because Terry Free
Has nothing.
has not a story around her. Let us all rejoice and dance in the streets.
Oh, is that how it goes?
I want to dance with the stars in the streets.
Oh, we can hook that up.
So, is there anything you want to say this morning, ladies and gentlemen? Now is your opportunity. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me take the calls as they come. And you're on the air. So shocked that he's on the air or she's on the air that they are speechless.
I know.
I actually got through. Yes, you did. And you have officially participated with the program, even though you never said anything.
I know. I mean, I can tell you a couple things, but...
No, that's fine. I'm looking forward to taking some calls here.
Stories are printing.
Yes. Jeremy.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, Jeremy?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a question for you.
Okay, Jeremy, are you glad that we're taking calls and Terry's stories did not print to enable you to call at this time in the morning, or you don't really care?
It's working out pretty well.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Jeremy. What can I do this morning?
Hey, I know you're a pretty confident guy, pretty secure.
Well, I got you fooled, don't I, Jeremy?
Pretty much.
Because usually I cry my way through all the breaks of the program. But go ahead.
Hey, what is your stance on male masseuses? Would you let your wife get a massage from a male masseuse?
My wife certainly values the concept of massage, and she refuses to go to a woman. Believe it or not, she's kind of like mannish in that quality.
Really?
I refuse to get massaged by a man, Terry.
Right.
Because the one time I did in my life, the dude picked me up and cradled my body.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
I've had that massage before.
It was so uncomfortable. It was
you up?
Well, he didn't pick me up, but he put one arm underneath what area is this called behind
like
your leg?
Okay, get on my shoulder.
More or less, he gave me a piggyback ride around the massage.
You rode around the room like a shuttling pony at the fair.
That's what it felt like.
Well, I didn't know they did that.
There's a certain kind of massage where they do that.
It was a certain kind of massage where I guess cradling was the way to go for your back or something, but I was just beside myself with homosexuality to the point where I just said, never again am I going to let a man touch me on a massage table, and I never have since then.
You said, I've been violated.
That's right. In some sense, I felt like I'd been violated.
Well, that's obvious. I mean, that's pretty uncomfortable. I don't want a guy rubbing me down either.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I don't know why I ever got involved with that.
Why did
Because there was no one else that day or something.
okay.
Yeah, that's everyone's
You need-
excuse. Right.
Doesn't your wife do it, though? It's not a gay thing with her. She just likes the stronger hands, right?
I think she likes a real deep tissue massage.
Oh, yeah.
It's different.
Yes. Grab hold of these tissues. You have a problem? I got to be honest.
I've had it done by a male before.
If I were ever to spring upon the massage situation and then some really strapping, handsome man were to come out and say, next Thursday, Mrs. T-Man. It would kind of maybe get me a little bit perked up with interest. But what's really going to happen in there besides a couple of fingers, slipping in here or there? You got issues with this?
Well, I mean, what would you be thinking if you were?
You're close to putting your foot down on this situation with your wife and telling her no massage for you.
Well, how long has she been going to him?
Apparently, she hasn't gone yet, or has she gone yet to this guy, or no?
No, she hasn't gone. And you know what? We talked about it. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, I understand.
She said that to you. She said those words.
Yeah.
Well, let me just let you in on this little factoid. She said those words to you. If you're not comfortable with this, I understand, and I won't go for that massage. But don't think that she's not going to want that in return 10 times over, and you're not going to hear about it all for months and years down the road. You think about going out with your boys. You think about going to a strip club for whatever. You think about going to a bachelor party. She's going to be like, well, I didn't go to the male massage guy, so I don't think you should be going to that. Shut up!
But why?
So you might want to let her go to the stupid male massage guy so you don't have to hear about it, as I said, 10 times over the course of the next 3 years.
How about way back in Shuddy? Will that work?
Well, if she's willing to, if you can make that happen, that's even better.
Well, I don't understand why he
but
really...
the massage guy's probably going to be better at that than you.
All right. Well, but why are you so insecure about it?
Say that again?
Why are you so insecure about it?
I don't know. I guess I'm not...
These massage guys are creepy.
Yeah, guys are guys. My buddy's a massage therapist at a reputable salon. He's a big perv. He loves it. Sees naked chicks all the time, man.
There's a reputable salon out there that I know of that I won't smear their good name, but I will tell you this. There was a scandal where one regular massage guy, who was the primary male massage guy they had on their docket, was let go, Terry, because there was a lot of... There was suggestions by some female clients that when he was tucking in sheets and maneuvering the body, it's time to turn over, he would accidentally slip a finger in there. Oops,
Wow.
How did that happen? I wonder what went on with that accidental situation there. And it happened...
But that's a rare thing, don't you think? I mean, with reputable salons and stuff, that's they monitor that pretty well.
A double finger accident. What a shame.
Bonus finger. Never seen anybody make a bed with that tool before.
Yes. And how could I have an accident with my fist all of a sudden? What?
Oh, my God, you
man.
Stormy vagina.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the help there.
Yeah.
This caller is certainly getting a lot out of this. Terry, that is a true story.
No, okay, I believe you. But I'm
And
just
if
saying.
I told you what outfit this was, you'd be shocked. One of the most reputable in town, and yet they couldn't ward off the scandal situation
Right.
that they had with one of their male masseuses. He was let go.
Well,
he was
so-
accused and refused to defend himself. And you would think someone who's innocent would love to defend himself.
Right.
He said, "No, you got me dead to rights. I'm out of here."
Well, so they took care of the problem.
Can't believe it took you 5 years to figure this out.
Wow.
It didn't seem like it was a problem if everybody was going to him.
Well,
Yeah. Only a few people complained.
they smelled his fingers. It was
Stop.
he had no chance to defend himself after that.
CSIs came in and said,
That's all they needed, huh? Guilty.
let me swab your fingers.
That's right. Dusted Lady X for Prince. It was all over.
Right.
So, all I'm saying is, there is a fine line to walk as
Sure.
far as your emotional state when you picture and consider whether your wife or girlfriend should be going to these male masseuses. It's not a black or white situation, Terry. It's a lot of shades of gray that must be considered here. Most of these guys are creepy.
Well, most guys in general are, though.
Most guys in
that's
general are
true.
creepy. Why should this be any exception? What makes a guy gravitate towards any position of employment? The creepiness that they have inside them calls them to certain jobs. Yes, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
It's the T-Man Show.
Call now. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Rekindling romance rumors that started 9 months ago, Lindsay Lohan and Keanu Reeves were photographed together, leaving the L.A. nightclub Teddy's at the Roosevelt Hotel.
Wow, I think he's a little bit older than her, isn't he, Terry?
He's 42.
Oh, jeez.
She's 20.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Tad bit older.
I would say, yes. Would you say that's kind of gross or no?
Well, I guess that's just the style these days, Hollywood and just in general.
Okay.
Right?
That's the trend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All I got to do is get my ass to Hollywood, baby.
I guess you do.
Not that I'm anywhere near 42, Terry.
No, I know, but still.
So I got time. I got years to go before I have to go to Hollywood.
I'm here to partake in the trend.
Yes, I'm... where's my allotment of 20-year-olds, please?
Rekindling romance rumors that started 9 months ago, Lindsay Lohan and Keanu Reeves were photographed together, leaving the LA nightclub Teddy's at the Roosevelt Hotel.
Hey, Teddy's.
Now, she's 20, he's 42.
Oh, you're right, Terry.
So are they a hot new couple?
Oh, please say yes.
Keanu's spokesperson says they just happened to be in the same club at the same time.
Right.
Oh,
just happened to be in the same club at the same time. And then they just happened to be in the same bed at the same time, and then just happened to be in the same shower at the same time, and then the next morning happened to be at the same Starbucks at the same time, both with no makeup on.
right.
That's very frightening to see Keanu Reeves without any makeup. He is really not as handsome as you may think.
Wow, really?
Without a full allotment of foundation.
Wow. The eyeliner, too?
Eyeliner doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
He's a very pretty man. Wouldn't you say, Stephen?
I would say,
yes. Stephen is certainly the identifier of the pretty man.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, what do you think about this 42-year-old dude situation with the 20-year-old starlet?
Starlet?
It's interesting. Well, it's time for her to go through him. She's gone through a lot of them, so it's his turn.
Okay.
He pulled his number.
So you're saying that it almost sounds like with a tad bit of disappointment, you must say that she's turning into just a Hollywood slut? Is that what you're insinuating, or what?
It seems like she's been linked with a lot.
And this disappointed you because when Lindsay Lohan first hit the scene, Stephen was a huge fan and thought she was going to be a real nice church-going girl actress, and he's very dismayed by the fact that she's turned out to be just a Hollywood hooker.
It seems like that's the case, yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm loving every second of her nymphomaniac traits and tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen, on the other hand, is bothered.
Yeah. She was awfully cute in The Parent Trap.
She had the apple pie freckles.
Right.
She had the
very innocent looking.
She played the right roles with Jamie Lee Curtis and got off to the right starts and only has led to greater disappointment when she's slumming with geezers like Keanu Reeves. Is that right? Is that what you're thinking?
She had such promise when she was 12.
That's when he really liked her.
Well, many said the same about you, Steve.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. What else is going on in the world there, Terrence? What else is happening?
Well, remember we talked about Screech having a little sex tape?
Yeah, we watched a little bit of it yesterday. Pacey's probably watching it right now during the break.
TMZ.com has it, so that's what he's probably watching.
What a shocker. I wouldn't have known that, yeah.
Anyway, they apparently...
they only have a couple of clips, by the way. They don't have the whole video.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, this...
And in the little clip that they have, the girls in question, because he's filming two girls in the clip that I saw, and both of their faces are blurred out, like computer-generated blur kind of situation, so you don't see what they really look like. Now, they have nice bodies, at least from the clips I saw. Then, don't they? Paisley's probably watching it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have it up right now, Paisley?
I do, actually.
And what about the video? You have it up, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And do the girls have good bodies? Look like they have good bodies, right?
Girls look good.
One of them has a wedding ring on, Terry.
Oh!
But from what she's trying to tell everyone, it's not because she's married. Some women just wear wedding rings to keep the public away.
Right.
If they didn't wear a wedding ring, all these guys would be like all over them.
Yeah, harassing her.
No guy wants to hit on a woman with a wedding ring. Who would stoop to such a low level in life.
Right.
So, the girls, the video clip that they have on the internet available still has the blurred faces, right?
It has the blurred faces and also the blurred wedding ring as she's showing it, as if that could somehow give her away.
But I'll tell you this. It may give her away to the person that she actually cares about finding out for the most part.
That was my grandma's ring.
Right. Not anymore. Now it's Dustin Diamond's ring.
Oh, gosh.
Watch him dust that diamond. Anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Unless these girls' faces, unless these ladies in the videos' faces are just jacked, Screech hooked up with some pretty decent-looking women there.
Sure. I bet he did.
Now, in any of these clips that they showed, does he ever, jump aboard or no?
No.
Or it's just him videotaping them?
Yeah.
Man, Screech, get the action. Put that thing on a tripod and go for it.
I think it's just a small clip, though. There's more to come.
I think that in the whole video, there's some
Yeah.
craziness.
And we're supposed to believe that Screech, from Saved by the Bell, is going to pile on these two ladies at some point if we were to actually get our hands on the full-length video.
Yes.
All right, well, then I can't wait.
Well, he's doing it right. He's releasing it the right way.
He's getting everyone interested.
You don't give us the...
And while he's videotaping them, with his camera there, he pans the camera towards like a mirror so you can see that it's him doing the videotaping.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Let everybody know this is me.
That's right. And I need every dollar I can get out of this video, so have no illusions. It's no one but me in this little recording here.
Because I'm about to lose my house.
And that's why he's doing this? Because he's about to lose his house?
Well, one little stunt was because he was about to lose his house.
One recent stunt that he did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
it turned out he made that up, though, but it's probably not too far from the truth.
Right.
I would imagine. He needs the money.
What are you watching now, Pasty?
I'm still watching it, actually. I can't get enough of it. It's pretty funny.
It's like my dream, dude. I always want to do Screech. The girls.
Chugging a bottle of champagne.
Chugging.
Well, I can't tell which one's the real Pasty.
Pasty could make that happen. He should be doing that on the weekends.
Yes.
Disappointing.
Pasty, you have the perfect setup to be making sex videos all your life. You realize that? You have a downtown apartment.
His building, by the way, has an indoor pool. I just found out last night.
Indoor pool?
Really?
Yeah.
You have a doorman.
It's like a huge, rooftop pool area.
You got a rooftop hot tub. You have a video camera, don't you?
Too bad you're not a rapper.
You got the Magnum size unit.
Oh, yes. Hold us back.
You got the oversized condoms ready to go. What's stopping you from making videos every weekend?
I don't know.
Girls. Getting girls.
That's not a problem. He can make it happen.
Do you have any interest in making a sex tape with two girls at any point in your life? Yes or no?
No.
No, that's not you?
No.
Why isn't that you? How do we make that you in the next 5 minutes?
I mean, really look at Pasty, though, with the comb over and the glasses and stuff.
And the horn rim glasses?
I mean, does he look like...
Do you like Terry Prey describing you as a man with a comb over?
I mean, I love Pasty, and I do. I love Pasty.
How old are you now?
29.
Do you like the fact that you're described as a 29-year-old man with a comb over?
And horn rim glasses,
if you got out of the pool, your hair would all be to one side?
Right.
Like Bill Murray and Kingpin?
Right.
I have a full head of hair.
No, I know you do, but
you
why
don't
is it always parted on the side?
You don't necessarily style it in the most modern of ways. You don't really style it in the most contemporary, little fashion sense kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Makes him look a little older.
Yes. Why do you do everything possible to make yourself look as old as possible?
I didn't realize I was.
Okay, well, now that you realize it, will there be any changes? No. The horn rim glasses and the side Hitler part will always be there.
Yeah, it's working so
So
far.
one of the parts of her hair is a comb over.
All right.
Well, okay. What do you call it?
You realize, but you
Yeah, that's officially what it's called.
you realize, but no one's parting their hair anymore. The fact that you're even calling it a part is 10 years, 15, 20 years old.
over.
Anyway, you realize, though, that you could be making these videos. Do you realize that, yes or no?
If you say so, yeah.
I don't think he really believes
You have
that.
no interest in making sex videos with women.
If I wanted to get it done, yes, I'm sure I probably could do this. But
If I was you, I'd be leaving the studio right now and saying, I could be doing this? Oh, my gosh, I'm out of here.
I mean, is it the taping part you don't like? I mean, the taping part. Well, I mean, you should just do it anyway, not film it. That's my point. Just hook up and you don't have to film it. Just you should be doing this with women.
Or would you rather make a fantasy football
Have you
trade?
made a sex tape? Is that a common thing for people to do?
Well,
make
but-
sex tapes?
Everybody has made a sex tape of some kind in their life who's under 30, let's say 35, has made a sex tape.
Steven's like, I'm doing.
I got one or two floating around out there.
Whoa.
Just waiting for him to be released when you need him, huh?
One that I'm a little nervous about because maybe my performance wasn't up to par. But yeah, you could look on my video camera. There's a tape somewhere in my house right now that's of a sex tape variety.
But
I'm
on it. Wow.
I'm
You go
doing
back
the
and watch it?
recording.
I mean, what's the point? I don't see the point of doing it. I don't understand.
I'm doing the recording, and really the service done is really not being done by me, but to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's not military. Yeah. And I just turn the camera around to my face, going, "Yeah, baby." Like in a real sex tape mode, Terry. You got to get really cheesy on your sex tapes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So after I, stop pointing the camera in that direction, I turn it to my face, going, "Don't you wish you were me right now?" Say something really annoying like that. Yes,
sure.
that's what you got to do when you make a sex tape.
Makes sense.
And then I do the customary peeing on it, and then it's over.
Wow. Wow.
Well, you can't make a sex tape without doing that. Too.
I guess not.
R. Kelly set the trend. We all follow. So, Pasty, you gonna make this happen or not? You've never made a sex tape in your life.
Never have.
Well,
And you
but-
would never have any intention to do so, even though you have a single as just perfectly oriented lifestyle to make this happen as anyone in the world. You have the funds behind you. You have the apartment all set up. the high-rise deluxe apartment in the sky. You have the equipment in more ways than one. You have the exposure and the access to all the women that you would need, with all the listeners out there just so ready and willing, because for some reason there is an allotment of radio groupies always, and there has been, and who knows why, but that's the case, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we're overrun with them, but there's enough of them, that's for sure.
Plenty.
All right?
Mm-hmm. Stay busy.
That's right. It's not like we're a big hip-hop or rock star kind of groupie situation as far as the volume of groupies, but they exist.
Right.
Have no illusions.
Remember that time you made the fart noise? That was awesome.
Right.
But girls have come down and been interested in him.
Yeah,
And
that's
said
what I'm
they wanted
saying.
to go out. Sure.
There's plenty of radio groupies that'll be with any radio-affiliated person for who knows what reason, but they do.
Well, but not even just for the sex tape part, Pasty, but I mean, like Hotshot pointed out, you just have the scenario perfect
Right, you don't have to tape it.
Yeah,
Just
you don't
make
have
that
to
happen.
tape it. Are you interested in making
Are
anything
you looking
happen?
at his face? Could he look like he has any less interest, Terry?
I know he has zero interest.
Nobody knows what his true interests are, Terry. That's the mystery of Pasty Dave the Third.
I don't think we'll ever know.
He's the third now.
That's the mystery of Pasty David Arthur the Third. What's your middle name?
Thomas.
That's the mystery.
Dave Thomas.
Can I get a biggie size?
Oh, God.
That's
funny.
That's the mystery of Pasty David Arthur the Third, Terry.
Yeah.
Is that no one really knows what his true interests are, Terry, and I don't think anyone ever will.
Right.
I think that's what it'll say on his tombstone. Many years from now, many, hopefully, Pasty,
Hopefully, yes.
no one really knew what he liked. That's what it'll say. And many will visit that gravesite, Terry, and talk about their theory on what he liked, and be way off.
See, he thinks we're picking on him, but we're actually kind of envious. At least I am. I mean, it's got to get a nice little life worked out for you there.
Yep.
Make it happen.
You're a single 29-year-old who hasn't attached himself to anyone really ever in the world.
Except Sissy.
So you, accept your family, especially your sister, which when I visit your tombstone, I'll say, well, I believe he always had relations with a sister of a sexual variety, but he always denied it, so I don't know what to think.
Right. Well, she's not around anymore. She stayed wherever.
She moved away, but they talk every night.
That's good.
And they have phone sex every night.
Oh, boy.
She's all alone in the big city over there.
He's not denying the phone sex. He's almost giving you a reason as to why it
Not
happens.
denying talking to her quite frequently.
Are you going to deny...
I'm talking to her. Go to
Yeah, what's with the low voice there you got going?
Tom
All right?
Brokaw.
Okay. You know what?
I mean,
Let's leave the guy alone.
He and Vinny could be like making it happen. Those two.
Well, I believe Vinny is making it happen.
Each other.
Well, but I mean, it would be even better with Vinny too because they're in the.
We just ended the month of September. If Vinny hasn't had sex with two women at least in the month of December, I'll be surprised. And if at least one of those wasn't a listener, I'll also be surprised.
All right.
Vinny the Pooh, I would like you to step up to the microphone and give me an honest answer. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what is actually the reality. Did you have sexual intercourse over the month of December with at least two women? What did I say?
December.
Oh, yeah. The month of September.
I was like, wow, Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah, I was like, boy.
Did you have relations of a sexual variety with at least two women during this month that just a few days ago expired, the month of September? Yes or no? And don't lie, or we'll know you're lying.
No.
You did not?
No.
Oh, you're a loser, man.
Worse than Pasty.
Ask him about a guy then.
Did you have sex with any women over the month of September?
No, I have.
Oh, that
tons now.
Didn't have with two, but he definitely had with one.
Yes.
Oh, he's a girlfriend then.
Oh, women. Oh, yeah, plenty.
No.
I think he's trying to cut his losses now because he knows that my reaction was rather harsh.
I mean, I could have lied to you and said, yes, T-Man.
Well, you
More than
had,
two women.
but you had one woman.
Yes, I had sex with one woman.
Is this woman a girlfriend?
She's not a girlfriend.
Yet.
I think there's probably 10 women out there that all think they're the only one. So he doesn't want to say more than one.
Are you lying that you had sex with only one woman and it's really more than one?
No, it's not.
Well, who's the one woman? I want her name.
Her name is Melissa.
Melissa!
Lista.
Let's take a piss on Melissa. So Melissa got the Veneto situation.
She got the Veneto situation.
She got it more than once, or she got it once, or she got it numerous times over the course of September.
Oh, yeah.
She got it a couple times.
She did.
So she's the only one.
And what made it such that she was on such a roll in the month of September that she got it more than once? What came up? How did the situation come up? She's on the roster in that fashion. Is it just strictly? Well, I don't know if it's really a worn-out phrase by now. A booty call situation or what?
I'd say it's more than a booty call situation.
But certainly less than a relationship is what I'm getting out of this. Way less than a relationship.
Yeah, but
more than a booty call.
Strictly at 2 o'clock in the morning, saying, "Hey, what are you?"
You give her a warning at 12 to come over at 2.
Right. Even call at 10:30.
You give her a call at 10:30 saying 2 o'clock, be here. So I didn't really call you at 2. I'm just telling you to be here at 2, and you'll be leaving at 2:55.
Right. Just right outside the booty call situation.
And you better smell like booze and cigarettes.
Is she, or was she at any point, was the origin of your relationship with her a radio DJ to listener relationship, yes or no, and don't lie?
Yes, it was.
See, that's what I love about Vincent Thy Pooh, Terry. Mm-hmm. Vinny the Pooh knows where he's at and doesn't have any problems taking advantage of the situation to a small degree. It should be to a large degree, but he takes advantage to a small degree, Terry.
Right.
And that is his radio right.
Radio right.
Appreciate the right. It's a lovely one.
Did it start, now that you admitted that she was a listener and that this friendship of yours began as listener to radio star. Yeah, right. Did it begin with her calling up like a weekend show that you were hosting? Was she requesting a song or something like that turned into something more, yes or no?
It started as emailings.
Through MySpace.
MySpace
is the greatest invention in the history of the world.
They have MySpace
you thought sliced bread was cool.
Yes.
Try MySpace.
Mm-hmm. So
Might have found her on MySpace, by the way.
What was that?
Might have found her on MySpace.
You found her already?
Dang, Vinny. I guess we found her.
The horn-rimmed glasses are getting harder. They're fogging up. All right. Well, you know what? It is now 7:07, Terry.
Oh, wow.
And I can go on talking about this all morning, trust me. But it is time to reach into this here hopper.
All right.
Like Melissa did. And pull out a person's bill, don't you know?
Love it.
Reach.
By the way, all right?
Yeah.
Saved by the bill. All right, let's see what we got here.
Bill yesterday, didn't we?
We did what? Yes, we
paid,
did.
Right?
Absolutely paid. A woman called
the
back.
Dell computer.
What was her name? Yes.
I can't remember her name, but it was the Dell computer.
Adele Computer. That was her name, yes. Adele, the computer. She called back. Yeah, she called back in less than 30 minutes, and we paid her $700-some-odd bill. And today's bill looks like it's $643.72.
Woo! Love it.
And the bill belongs to Jamie Kind of San Jose, California. That's Jamie, maybe Jaime, a Kind. K-I-N-D. Could be Kind. Could be Jaime Kind.
Jaime Kind.
Or Jamie Kind.
Woo-hoo.
Or Jaime Kind. Or Jamie Kind.
All kinds.
Any of the following that had a $643.72 Visa credit card bill. And you know how I love the itemized breakdown of what they spent.
Yes.
Well, obviously the spending has been long over for Jaime Kind because the previous balance was $603.23, and then the late payment, the finance charge.
Every time.
It seems like Jaime Kind, Terry, has long since stopped the purchasing of products with this Visa credit card, but still is trying to pay down the balance of it. She or he, because Jaime and Jamie could both be universal type names, yes.
Sure.
He or she, Terry, made a payment of $30 last month, but far from paying down the entire balance of $643.72. Well, Jamie Kindkind, we are going to do our best to be a kind ourselves around here.
Yes, come on.
Hey, $30 stops the calls to the house. It's worth it.
If you call back in 30 minutes or less at 1-866-663-T-MAN, we will pay the full due and owing sum of $643.72.
Perfect.
The phone lines are available for you, Jaime Kind. Jaime Kind. a damn shame when you can no longer make purchases on your credit card.
Denied. Sorry.
Well, Jaime Kind, those days are about to come about again where you can actually, yes, go out with your credit card with pride.
Never pride, always sweat.
All right, a little sweat, a little pride. How about that? Can we agree on that? We'll agree on taking your credit card out with a little sweat and a little pride. And actually making new purchases.
Yay!
Jamie Kind, Coon. Come on.
There's a line of people behind me. Please work.
I know.
Jamie Kundi.
To put all the stuff back on the shelf. That's not good.
Oh, no, it's not.
This is your time, Jamie Kind of San Jose, California. We have picked your bill. Now it is your turn to respond.
The T-Man Show
returns after this.
Get ready. Who is it? We're still waiting on Jamie Kind, Terry. We have what we believe is her MySpace up. Yes. Don't think Stephen Kilbreth didn't find that in a couple of seconds. He's a dirty, dirty man deep inside. And he forwarded the front page of Jamie Kind's MySpace. How did you find it, Stephen? You searched via what? You searched
pretty easy.
By, like, you punched in the San Jose situation or her first and last name? Or what? How did you go about searching her?
I think it's the guy in the picture. I think Jamie's a guy.
Oh, okay. There's a guy and a girl in the picture?
Yeah, but they're set to private, so you have no way of knowing.
All right. Don't get me started on the whole set to private MySpace thing. You know how I feel on that, Terry.
Yes, I do.
Why would you get involved in the MySpace? Well, first of all, no guy has his MySpace set to private.
That's a good point.
So Jamie is obviously the girl in the picture. The picture has a guy and a girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then obviously Jamie's the girl because no guy in the history of MySpace ever set his MySpace to private.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What's the point of a guy joining MySpace and setting it to private? Unless the girl in the picture is just harassing him at nauseum to the point where, all right already, I'll just set it to private until you leave the room. So Jamie will assume is the girl. The girl and the guy are equally as prominently displayed in that picture on the front page of Jamie Kind's MySpace or not?
Yeah.
Well, how did you search it, I asked you? Through the location or the name or what?
Look up the name, yeah.
Just the name.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be a different Jamie or Jamie Kind, or there could be another Jamie Kind somewhere in the country now.
That could be, yeah.
All right. We think we may have your MySpace, but we don't have your phone call.
Oh.
And Jamie, we have picked your bill this morning. You took the time there in San Jose to fax it in to Wild 94.9. You did all the legwork.
Oh.
We got your Visa bill. Obviously, you could use our help.
Yeah.
Since the balance is $643.72, and you made a payment of $30 last month without making any purchases.
Oh.
You got a finance charge of $18.49, and you got an over-limit fee assessed for August 31st, 2006 of $35.
Oh, that's not cool.
So her Visa balance is over the limit. Well, who let them go over the limit? Who let Jamie Kind go over the limit? Visa. And they charge her for it.
Oh, I know.
It's a snowball, man.
It is.
What?
A snowball of hell.
A racket.
Yeah, it really is.
And then, look at this. My gosh, talk about a racket. Look at her APR, her annual percentage rate to you and me, Terry.
What is it?
I've never seen one so high in my life.
29?
32.25%.
Oh, dude.
That's like loan shark status.
Yeah, it is.
That's like they'll come out and break your kneecaps if you don't pay this off, Jamie Kind.
Give it to me, Jamie.
All right.
Yeah, that is awfully high.
And we'll but you don't have to worry about those coming after your kneecaps. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. For you, you have about what? What does she have to? I never looked at the clock.
Well,
I think it was 11 when you said it.
Oh, jeez.
I was going to say 9, but
it was 11 minutes after 7?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll give her until 45 after the hour.
Bonus minutes.
okay.
We'll give her until 7:45.
Good deal.
If it's a woman. And we'll give it, if it's the man in the picture, till 7:40.
No, it is a woman because it says female. So I could have just read it. It says female. So.
Maybe you want it to be.
22-year-old female is what it says.
Maybe it doesn't matter based on the email you typically write back to people. It's a universal love. Anyway.
That's great.
We'll give you until 7:45, be you man or woman. How about that,
Sounds
Jamie?
good.
You need our help. You obviously faxed it in for a reason. Here we are pulling your bill. Now's your time. And a lot of people are calling up saying, how do I get my bill in? Well, if you send your bill in today, we can pick it tomorrow. That's the way it works. As soon as the bill gets faxed in, Terry, it gets thrown into this here hopper.
Yep.
We pull out a bill every morning, and the next one could be you. Now, what else is going on in the world?
Well, Ruben Studdard is in the news.
I got some guys calling in whose MySpace are set to private right now, Terry.
Stop it. You do not.
I just went on record saying there's no reason any guy would ever have their MySpace set to private, and meanwhile the lines are being hit now with guys whose MySpaces are set to private. You mind
me?
Interesting.
Do you mind me going to one of those phone calls and just getting an idea of why a guy would ever be inspired to set his MySpace to private?
Go for it.
M, are you there, M?
He doesn't even give you your full name.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you turn down your radio there, M?
All right, I'll turn it down.
Yeah, it'd be nice so I don't have to hear the show twice, bad enough I have to hear it once. M?
Yes.
Yes, I was just saying that there's no reason I could think of why any guy would have his MySpace set to private unless his woman was harassing him to such a degree that you're in the mode of, picking your battles. Why do I need to fight about this every day? And you just decide, all right, whatever, I'll still get ass elsewhere, but I'll set my MySpace to private and make her happy.
Right.
What's the reason your MySpace is set to private, M?
You know what? Actually, girls like guys that has private profiles because
he's using a little psychology on the women out there, Terry. That's interesting. He's using a little psychology on some of the ladies on MySpace. They're thinking the same thing. Why would a guy have his MySpace set to private? I want to find out more about this guy.
Will you be my friend?
Oh, he's not your average whore.
So that's your thinking? That's pretty smart.
Very good.
I actually give him a little credit for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have found that setting your MySpace to private has gotten you a bigger response from the lady in the MySpace world, which is basically the planet Earth. You found that you get a bigger response with it set to private. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep, exactly.
You better have a pretty handsome picture on the front page, though, because that's all they have to go on.
Maybe he
better
does
make it count.
Yeah, that would be helpful to be handsome.
Yeah, on his good side.
Are you sure it's not the situation more like too many men are harassing you?
Oh.
No, not like that.
Oh, not like that? Well, then what is it like, M? All right, M's too busy listening to his radio.
He is.
You're too busy listening to your radio, M.
I was just going to ask. I would like to have
a conversation with you, but you're talking to your radio and not me.
Jeez.
Would you please? Am I asking the world of M? But now I'm really curious. Why is he so private? It's actually an interesting point, man.
Yeah, it is.
I never would have thought of that. Women go crazy over that kind of thing.
Oh, they like the mystery. You're right.
I can't get to his pictures? I can't see more pictures of him? I never did.
Set yours to private. Maybe you'll get a lot of response.
Yeah, whatever. Never. Never.
You already got people going, can you make me your friend? You're like, no.
What else is going on in the world, Terry? What else is happening, please?
Well, I started telling you about Ruben Studdard. Apparently, he has lost 50 pounds at a fat camp.
So he's down to 550?
I don't know how much he is down to.
He lost 50 pounds at a fat camp. He's going to fat camps now?
He went
singing in the shower. Everyone's like, shut up! We're trying to get some slaves!
Apparently, this little fat camp was a 4-week, $7,000 weight loss program at Duke University.
All right, well, then he only has about 8 fat camps to go, and then he's down to a normal size. Well, good for Ruben Studdard for taking some initiative there.
All right. Well, doctors are advising him. You need to be down to 300, below 300. So he's got some ways to go. His highest weight was 450 pounds.
So the velvet teddy bear thing, isn't that the nickname they gave him on American Idol? Isn't exactly panning out in CD sales.
Right.
He's going to slim down and focus on his health now more than the concept of being the velvet teddy bear, big guy kind of thing.
Well, the thing is too is that the more weight that he gains, it can hinder his singing ability, apparently.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's...
He could sing so much better when he was thick.
Well,
your vocal cords are covered in gravy.
Yeah. There is
got the notes out.
There's a thing called...
Don't forget the mashed potatoes and the stuffing. Every day is Thanksgiving in the life of Ruben Studdard.
Reflex laryngitis, which is a condition often associated with obesity that could destroy his singing voice.
Yes.
So he does have to trim down not only...
Well, the fat tends to surround your vocal cords, and you have no place to run as a vocal cord.
Snuff them out.
Yes.
Snuff them out.
All right.
So,
well, then
good luck to him.
Ruben's on the right path then.
Yes.
And taking matters to the professionals and going to fat camp. Why didn't he just get the stomach stapling surgery that has worked so well for the gayest of phone operators, Terry? Why didn't he do that instead of sweating it out for 8 weeks at a fat camp?
Well, maybe...
Sweat it out for one day on an operating table and then just reap the benefits without lifting a finger.
Well, maybe,
healthier.
maybe for him, he felt that by doing hard work and learning how to eat properly.
Hard work? Who thought of such a thing?
I know.
Hard work.
He could.
Hard work.
It would be better for him. I don't know.
Let the surgeon do the hard work.
Yeah.
I'll just lay here.
Well, gay phone operator is kind of at a point where he's not losing anymore. So, I mean, he's only lost 100 and something, right?
He's lost 100 and, from what he told us yesterday, about 20 pounds, Terry.
Yeah.
But he believes this is just a little plateau that is temporary and just a matter of time before he starts on the path downward again.
Well, if he works at it, he can.
He may be on the path downward right now, for all we know.
But the thing is that all I ever hear about with him when we talk to him is that he's going to have food with somebody or going to eat with somebody. So
He has the same shape, though. He just looks the same. He just looks like the middle snowball of the snowman instead of the big snowball. I mean,
not the base anymore.
If you're the snowman and you have the option of which snowball you could be, you would choose middle over big snowball, right? So that's positive progress.
It is.
Now, everyone would like to be the small snowball.
Yeah.
I guess.
But he should work out and lift and try to get some muscle. And he's kind of doughy and
soft.
What else?
Anyway, well, it looks like Paris Hilton is making her rounds with more men these days. Apparently, she's now being linked with Andy Roddick.
He was in the finals of the U.S. Open a couple of months ago, whatever it was. You watched it?
Yeah.
Well,
it's very good.
You can actually sit down and watch tennis?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Oh, this is exciting. Okay.
That was really good.
Well, I watched maybe 5 minutes here or there of that finals or whatever that's called. And Andy Roddick is another athlete that Paris Hilton has put into the sexual history books, if they have, of course, have had sex. Because she's been with numerous athletes now.
Really?
Enough that I can think of. She's been recently Matt Liner, Ransack Steiner, and a year or two ago she was linked with Brian Urlacher.
He's huge.
You know, he pounded her 16 ways to Sunday, Terry, and no other choice. When you're a 260-pound man, you're with the waif-thin blonde, you have no other option but to grind her till she's dying for more.
But half.
Yes,
God,
that's
he's
right.
huge.
You don't remember when they were?
No, I don't remember that.
She was
I remember
sitting.
Leinart.
You don't remember her sitting in the luxury suite of a Chicago Bears at a Monday Night Football game?
No, I do not recall.
Oh, it was a short little moment, but
yeah. Well, we'll see how long this moment lasts with Andy.
Jamie Kind is on the line, Terry.
Really?
Oh.
Jamie Kind finally got through. At least we believe. This is Jamie Kind. Is this Jamie Kind?
Hi, it's me.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Oh, my God.
Could be a very important moment for you, Jamie.
I know it.
Or is it Jaime?
Excuse me?
Your name is Jamie?
Jamie, that's me. Jamie
Yes.
Kind.
And the MySpace picture we found of you, the one that's set to private because you're such a private person, was that the correct MySpace of you and a bald guy on the front page there?
Yeah, that's my fiance.
Steven scares me.
He does. How's it scary? It's not that difficult.
If anyone... That's right, downplay it. If anyone in the country has a MySpace, or anyone in the world for that matter, Stephen Kilbreath, the dirty, dirty conservative guy, will find it faster than anybody.
Yeah.
He is the quickest on the MySpace draw in the world.
He is.
But back to you, Jamie. You have a credit card bill here, a Visa bill with an APR of 32.25%?
Oh, my God, I know.
The hell's going on there?
Get rid of that one.
Your fiance's a lucky guy marrying into that.
Yeah.
Oh,
honey.
come on.
How long have you and your fiance been together?
We've been together for almost 4 years.
4 years. And do you have a date set for your wedding?
It's in June 2007.
June of next year. Why don't you say June of next year? We'll make it sound like it's longer than it is. June of next year is when you plan on getting married. June what?
Yeah. June 2nd.
June 2nd. Well, wouldn't it be nice if they could have this credit card bill as a distant memory when June 2nd, 2007 comes around, Terry?
Yes.
Because I have a feeling if Jamie Kind didn't get through by 7:45, this bill would still not only just be around, but be...
it's in collections.
In collections, and who knows how high it would have been.
$30 a month ain't cutting it.
No.
Now, you didn't make any purchases last month, and I have a feeling you haven't made any purchases for some time on this Visa bill.
I haven't.
What did you buy way back when? Can you even remember that caused you to have this little situation with Visa, or what?
I went shopping in Las Vegas.
Do it every time. She got a little drunk. She signed up for a card. 15 minutes later, she was running through the Caesar's Palace Forum shops with Dennis Rodman, Terry. And now they expect to get their money from you, and you're like, I don't think so. So we will take care of that for you, Jamie.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Is that a beautiful thing? Is that wonderful?
That's wonderful.
How's your bald fiance looking now? Is he looking even better to you?
I'm a sugar mama now.
Now that you're out of debt?
Sugar mama now.
You're very happy? You're very happy with this bald guy?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Yes. You and him going to have kids and a long life together? Is that the plan? No, we're just going to be married a couple years, then get divorced. What's the plan, Jamie?
No kids for a while. We need to be married for a while first.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Are you sure that you want to get married in 2007, the new millennium that we're in, at such a young age, Jamie?
Yes, I want to get married.
Now, maybe he is the greatest guy in the history of the world, this fiance of yours, this bald dude with the mustache. But does he have a mustache?
I think he does.
I thought I saw a mustache. I thought I saw like a porn star mustache on the guy.
Oh, my God.
Maybe he is the greatest guy in the world. I don't know from a hole in the wall, so I can't say. But maybe you believe he is. But still, even if he is, do you want to get married at age 22 in this day and age, Jamie Kine? Especially now that you're out of debt?
Yes, I do.
Jamie.
Is it crazy?
I think it might be a little crazy. Ooh. There's so much for you to explore in this world that's available to you that weren't available to the women that were preceding you in generations prior. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you owe it to yourself to explore the world. You owe it to yourself to see what's out there and then decide if Baldy is your man.
Baldy, I'm sure he appreciates that.
He's not bald. He is not bald.
What happens if the day after you get married? What happens? Tell me what happens if the day after you get married, you all of a sudden bump into this guy.
Oh, my God, you are terrible.
Say hi to Jamie.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello.
You gonna marry a bald guy?
Yes.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, thanks.
My hairline's a little receded.
He's not bald. He just has a shaved head.
That's what he tells you.
Okay.
You've never seen him with hair, so...
I mean, you don't know, Jamie, that this...
You know, I've seen his hair before.
I know, but this guy on the line could actually do more for you, ultimately. As you mature as a woman, you may decide this man on the line that you don't know, also from a hole in the wall, than your fiancé. And again, I don't know your fiancé, so it's nothing personal against him. But I'm just saying, you didn't know that Porta-Potty J... Introduce yourself, Porta-Potty J.
Gee, man, you know me. I'm just playing the field. I ain't trying to get hooked with nothing.
You didn't know Porta-Potty J existed before 20 seconds ago, and now you do. Does that change your life, Jamie? Probably not. But...
No.
You owe it to yourself to find out at age 22. You shouldn't get married until you're 27, 28, at the minimum, for goodness sake.
Got your career ahead of you.
Man. All right, but do what you want. Hang on. You've gotten your bill taken care of by the T-Man.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
All right. It's Jamie Kine of San Jose, California, ladies and gentlemen. She called back. Everyone is now everyone's on notice. Everyone is calling back. There's not a day that I feel is going to approach us, Terry, where the person whose bill is picked does not call back.
I know. I like that.
Everyone's on call now.
Yay.
Just in time to charge the airline tickets for the honeymoon.
I know.
Max it out, baby.
Cut it up when it's all paid off, Jamie.
Porta-Potty?
What's poppin'?
Why are you so damn passive when it comes to the ladies? Here was an opportunity for you to turn on the Porta-Potty J charm.
No, I was calling up the good mood. Porta-Potty caught a hottie. I hit one the other night.
Oh.
You hit one the other night.
Porta-Potty caught a hottie and ransacked the Steiner.
Wow.
Didn't you read that nursery rhyme to your kids last night?
Yeah, I did. Doesn't matter.
Your 1-year-old
say that 5 times fast.
Okay, so what happened? You hooked up sexually? You had a...
I met a friend from like 8th grade.
What?
That's young.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me just get a little recap going for those who may not be familiar with Porta-Potty J. He's a man who had a serious drug problem, was heroined out for many years, Terry. Lost his teeth due to the casualties of the drugs that he chose. His teeth rotted. like an apple at a
Hey, man,
16th
come
month.
on, man.
And
What?
his girlfriend, who he was linked with for some time, finally had enough and left his good-for-nothing ass because of it. And he took some time to himself to do some introspective thinking, if you will, some soul-searching.
Right.
And really determined he was a loser and decided to make some changes.
So let me get clean and sober.
And now he's taking some positive steps, or so it seems. And he met a girl who's in the 8th grade.
Whoa!
No.
Yeah, isn't that
he went back to school,
illegal?
so
Are you going to be going to the junior prom?
No, I knew her from the 8th grade.
Okay. And
wow.
And you bumped into her house. You just stumbled into Radio Shack where you work now?
No, actually.
She had
I was
questions? You had answers?
No, I was actually on my way home,
Oh, you're on your way home, and what happened?
and I saw her walking down the street. And I recognized her and said, "Hey, are you Carrie?"
You're like, I remember that bicycle.
Yeah. 8th grade, you recognized her?
Wow.
All right, and what'd she say when you recognized her?
Oh, my God, how you been? I mean, what are you going to say? You know somebody from a long time ago. You haven't seen him in a while.
Yes. So when she knew you had teeth, she didn't know you all those years where you didn't have teeth.
Yes,
and
she
now
never saw the
you
in-between.
and now you again have teeth.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yes.
That worked out well for you.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys going to do? You guys haven't gotten physical yet?
Oh, yeah.
No, he said
yeah.
that they did.
He hit it.
Well, that's what I asked him, and he said no. He'd just been hanging out with her, so I assumed they hadn't. But you've had sex with this woman.
Yeah, the next day.
Wow.
Whoa. Gotta make up for lost time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Could have given this to you in 8th grade.
Yes. And every day since. Right. So no time to waste.
Wow, that's good.
So you gave her the Porta-Potty J.
Renting a hotel room tomorrow night.
Wow. Hooking up again?
Oh, you know it. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But
and how were your skills after the long absence
but still, I'm laying down the law.
Oh,
no
amongst other things, yes.
No, none of this, because I don't want my feelings hurt no more.
Oh, jeez. He's such an emotional, vulnerable, sensitive guy.
He is.
How were your skills, based on the fact that you've had quite the absence from the sexual world? Were you off your game? Were you back in just the spring training mode, or were you in playoff city type?
Dude, obviously I hit a
performance?
home run, so my skills must be up there.
No, he's singing himself. That's great.
Whatever. He'd be the last to know, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, because obviously they're hooking up at a hotel again.
Well, that's
so
where the second time is going to be.
Right.
Where was the first time? Was it in your...
In my house.
In your house.
Yeah.
And she was disgusted by that place. You're going to a hotel next time.
Yeah, you already saw the worst. What are you stepping it up for?
Nah, you get the one, with the jacuzzi so you can relax and chill,
Oh, you're going to go to a hotel with a jacuzzi.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to be the guy in after they're done with it.
Move it out a little bit.
What a bad deal for that person.
Oh, God.
Who gets all the Porta-Potty J oogies, not to mention the sexual little germs that'll be floating around after they got done in that hot tub.
For some reason, there's a hit of sensuality into it. I don't know what it is about a hotel, but it makes you more horny, I guess.
Really?
More horny.
Is that how it works?
Yes.
Jeez.
So what do you have planned prior to getting to the hotel? You guys going to go out for like Taco Bell or anything? You gonna...
Taco Bell, come on, man.
Oh, I forgot you're such a romantic guy.
Maybe hit the Olive Garden or
You
something.
wouldn't dream of fast food. You'll go one notch above. And, all right, so you're going to get all the breadsticks you can eat and bottomless salad. And
Steven stays away from.
then you're going to go to the hotel of choice. And what hotel do you have picked out for the occasion?
I'm thinking the Palace.
Mm-hmm. The Palace in New York. Because Porta-Potty J calls us from New York, Terry.
Yes.
Because he listens online.
How many other people you got calling you from the East Coast?
Well, we got people calling us, but
Yeah?
you're a regular, so we take your call over those calls that we get from people that usually just listen through streaming. I don't really give them credit for listening through streaming, Terry.
Right.
But Porta-Potty's been calling for some time.
Yes.
Now, is she hot? Does she have big ones?
Oh, my
What's the
God,
deal?
yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
What
I
do
mean,
you
is he
think?
going to pull somebody ugly? Come on, not with the new teeth.
Are you raw dogging her? Are you using a condom? What are you doing
Of
here?
course, I'm covering it with a package.
Mm-hmm. He's covering it with a package?
Yeah.
That sounds good to
Sending
me.
it UPS.
Whose package are you using to cover?
If it absolutely positively has to be there overnight.
I guess so. Sign here.
Hey, Carl, put your package right here, would you?
I'm like the boy in the bubble.
I see.
Wow.
I don't know, Terry.
She's really hot.
So I don't
What's
understand
hot to
what
him?
led up to it. Like, how'd you get it done so fast?
Yeah.
Dude, it was so easy, huh? You know. Just...
You making all this up, Porta-Potty?
Are you kidding me?
I'm asking you a question.
That's not my Steve.
Maybe you don't like the way it's been sounding with you on the radio recently, where you talk about how you haven't had any sexual experiences for a year or so, and you decided to make up a story to end that line of the storyline that you've had going on for the past little while, and you've just devised this with that in mind. Is that possible or no?
I know it's your job to weed out the liars.
That's right, and that's what I'm tapping into right now.
Well, you know you're tapping into the wrong oak tree, baby.
Okay, I bet he said that a couple of times the other night.
Well, can we get a picture of her, like from your picture phone or something, so that we
I
can
could
see?
do that.
Oh, okay.
Does she have a MySpace?
You want us to believe, after being out of the game, to focus on the well-being of Porta-Potty J, that you were able to pick up where you left off so quickly, that you were able to take her down in 24 hours or less?
No, it was the next day, I told you.
All right, 24 hours.
Right.
Okay, 48, sorry.
A little bit, yeah.
Jeez.
But you can't tell me that 80% of the listeners out there never ran into somebody that they used to like and just had a one-night stand.
But it's not becoming a one-night stand.
Well, I'm lucky. I get a two-night stand.
But that has to also take into account that, yeah, you used to like her, but she used to like you.
No, she used to like my cousin.
A bit of a stress. Oh, so
your cousin is all over the place.
Not that. She used to like my cousin Larry.
Your cousin Larry. She used to like your cousin Larry, and the chances of running into cousin Larry are so long shot that she decided, I'll let you take me down. That's how you were able to make it happen so fast. That's what you want us to believe. You were able to get this done because you wanted your cousin Larry.
You're related to the guy on Perfect Strangers?
Nothing to do with it. I'm talking about back in the day. That's why we didn't hook up. She liked my
I'm asking you details of how you were able to make this happen in 24 to 48 hours, and you've offered me basically nothing except your cousin Larry. Now, you better give me some understanding as to how you were able to make this situation happen in such the fast lane mode. Give me something. What did you say?
We're both adults. Listen, I'm 32 years old. She's 33 years old. Why play around? We knew what we wanted to do. We were physically attracted to each other, so we did it. There's no big deal.
Mm-hmm. How long did it last for you?
Probably 8 minutes.
And she's like, so we got to do this again so I can get satisfied? What?
And after being out of practice and putting on the condom, 3 minutes were for that, so...
No, I'm serious. It was real fast. It's been a long time.
And how did you do it?
So I guess I have to make up for that on tomorrow night.
In what style would you say you did it?
Oh, regular missionary.
So you were on top. You were staring at her every second of the 8 minutes.
It wasn't even staring.
Hey,
it was
so
just...
how does this feel?
Looking deep into her eyes, asking her if this is as good for her as it is for you.
Yeah, that's about all I really saw, though, because it was all the lights were out and the TV was on, so I didn't get really...
Okay, what show did you have on when you're having sex with the 8th grade long-lost friend? Nip Tuck?
Oh.
Yes.
I'm not 100%
That was on last night.
Not 100% convinced yet that this is a true story.
Right.
It was Nip Tuck, team.
It
was the episode when the lady had her nipple removed.
How are you able to watch the episode so closely?
Right.
That's the one we started
be so
on.
consumed.
Out, actually.
And when you saw the nipple being removed as the storyline on Nip Tuck, she had no choice but to get so hot and horny to it.
That had to be it.
That she had to have the Porta-Potty J rod.
That must have been what it was.
It was probably a DVD, right? Is that what you just said?
No, DVD. No, it's on TV.
When was it again?
It was on FX 2 nights ago.
Oh.
Go ahead, check the list.
I don't doubt that he watched Nip Tuck with the nipple removing storyline.
Right.
I'm just not so sure that at the same time there was a girl that he knew from the 8th grade in his house or apartment or wherever he's living.
Right.
To the point where they got together and had an 8-minute session.
Right.
But if he's going to lie, he's not going to say 8 minutes,
for a few hours at first, and then, one thing led to another.
All right.
Oh, he's Mr.
So during the 8 minutes, what were the sounds that she was making? Try to do your best.
Oh, stop it.
Obviously, that was one of them. Try to do your best to reenact for us audibly the other sounds that she was making during the 8 minutes of lovemaking that Porta-Potty...
I'm at work right now. I can't do that.
Well, do it in a low-tone kind of way. We want to ask you to go full throttle. Just give us an idea. You've already made a great display of full throttle action happen this week. I won't ask you to do it again. Just give me a low key reminder of how it all went down.
I think she said something like, "Oh yeah, I knew that was coming."
What? I knew that was coming?
Jerry, in all my years of being a person in the mode of doing what I have to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't ever recall any woman coming close to saying the words, "Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming," during the act itself. This is what I'm asking. What did she say? What did she do? Right. What sounds were coming out of her mouth?
That's what
moans?
she said when she reached her climax. I don't know.
When she reached her climax. So
he's not sure. Oh, a couple of
He's
times.
not so subtly telling us that she was taken to the brink and then some by Porta-Potty J, who was fresh off the bench after some time.
By no means do I fall short in those particular areas.
You know, it wouldn't be a big shame if you were to come up a little short in that area based on the fact that you've been out of the game for a good solid year or so.
No, coming up short literally is not what's going on. Trust me on that.
Yeah, you got a big one.
So in 8 minutes, you're going to have us believe she reached her...
More than once.
Yeah.
Sorry, this story is so
Dude, I could do it.
bull crap.
I can do it in 45 seconds with my mouth.
Whoa, okay.
Even with teeth now?
Whoa.
Yeah, cancel breakfast.
Oh, man.
Porta-Potty, I'm glad that things are working out for you, at least in your mind. Thank you.
Call us back when you know her specialty. Maybe you'll find out at the hotel.
Yeah, what is her... Oh, never mind.
He doesn't know yet.
Porta-Potty?
Yeah.
Thank you for giving us the update.
I'll give you the update on Monday what happened at the hotel.
Yeah, can't wait to see the
When's
picture.
the big night in the motel?
Tomorrow.
The motel.
All right, thank you, Porta-Potty. There it is.
Hey, you got any quarters? I'm going to go and get some sodas out of the machine.
I guess I can't do that. What would we have left for the bed?
When did he become part of the mafia, by the way?
Who knows? He's back in business.
Oh, yeah.
He's Porta-Potty J.
The T-Man Show.
Don't you know?
We'll return after this.
The principal in northern Idaho is in trouble for having 2 students use floor cleaner to remove face paint. The girls now have marks.
That's hot.
Floor cleaner.
Those principals start using their authority with girls in his office, Terry, to do things that ordinarily wouldn't be done. That's the best abuse of power.
Yeah, the principal in northern Idaho is in trouble for having 2 students use floor cleaner to remove face paint.
All right, face paint, whatever you want to call it, baby.
The girls now have marks on their faces. The girls had used easy-off nail polish to paint their faces to show school spirit.
Right.
The principal told them to take it off.
That's
eventually
right.
giving
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The principal told them to take it off.
Mm-hmm.
The principal told them to take it off. Eventually giving them floor cleaner to scrub it off.
She said, "I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the janitor and see if he has any floor cleaner." And I just looked at her and I said, "Floor cleaner?"
Oh, wait a minute. She said the principal was a woman?
She is.
Ruins the story.
Totally kills it, yeah.
Not necessarily.
Whoa.
Speak for yourself.
Just ask the janitor to join him.
I see. So that's not the normal way to take off makeup, Terry? Just use Pine Sol?
No.
You don't do that?
No.
I see.
How about a little soap and water?
Oh, is that
Very
really the
simple.
customary way?
That's really what you use?
Why did she have a problem? Why did the principal have a problem if these girls were school-spirited and expressing it through the use of some face paint? What's the big deal?
I don't know.
You would think she'd be happy. There's some actual students in her school that believe that they're fired up enough about the events of the school that they want to express it.
Right.
But no. These people in the positions of authority at schools are out of control.
Jealous of their popularity, probably.
The principal told them to take it off. Eventually giving them floor cleaner to scrub it off.
She said, "I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the janitor and see if he has any floor cleaner." And I just looked at her and I said, "Floor cleaner?"
She said to scrub my face, and I said it started to burn, and I said my skin's coming off, and I was
good. It's working. Keep going.
Whoa.
Harder, harder.
Oh.
Are the boys going to like you anymore? I don't think so. Now they'll be liking me, the principal.
Wow.
What the hell's wrong with this principal?
I don't know.
What the hell's going on in Idaho today?
Jeez. Floor cleaner.
Keep scrubbing.
Gosh.
You little sluts will learn. Learn not to overdo the makeup and try to get boys in that fashion. It never worked for me, and it won't work for you.
And I just looked at her and I said, "Floor cleaner?"
She said to scrub my face, and I said it started to burn, and I said my skin's coming off, and I was starting to bleed a little on my right cheek. And I was like, "Well,
that's nasty." She was bleeding on her right cheek, too.
I mean, that would. I don't even know why she even went for the floor cleaner. Just, you know.
Yeah, that's really the point of the story.
Yeah.
No, I know that.
Yeah, okay.
Wipe your makeup off and put that white hood back on.
Oh, jeez.
In Idaho.
I know.
Scrubbed my face, and I said it started to burn, and I said my skin's coming off, and I was starting to bleed a little on my right cheek.
And I was like, well, it's burning. She's like, well, that's your fault. You were rubbing too hard.
Oh, yeah. This feels so good.
No one loves it more than Kill Breath.
He's already looking them up for MySpace.
Wait.
Well, we didn't get their names.
Well, hold on. She's a girl. Found her.
Yeah.
The principal told them to take it off.
All right, so the principal's in trouble. Is that the deal?
Yes, I would say so. Just a tad.
Just another of the many principals out there in a little bit of trouble.
Man, calm down.
Hey, Terry, I have a T-Man email of the day.
T-Man's email of the day.
Also known as Ask T-Man, Terry.
Yes.
I don't know if you want it now. I don't know if you have a quick story you could hit me with. And then we'll get to the email of the day.
Okay. Well,
why don't you, if you do have something that can be discussed in a rather brief fashion.
All right.
Why don't you share that with us at this time?
The principal told them to take it off.
Okay. Well, according to a survey by the dating service Love at Lycos.
Love at Lycos?
Yes.
Lycos is still around?
Apparently, it is.
All right. Google hasn't crushed them by now?
Not yet.
Google hasn't just squashed them like a grape?
Not officially.
All right.
Well, they asked people, how would you react if your partner tells you that he or she once had a same-sex relationship?
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. What's on TV today?
Well, about 11% of women responded by saying that they dumped that person instantly.
11%?
Yes.
That's all?
Yeah.
11% of women out there that were told by their boyfriends or husbands or whatever that, oh, by the way, I can't hold on to the story any longer. You must know I can't hide it from anyone, especially you who I love. Back in the day, I had a homoerotic moment.
Right.
You mean on Monday?
It was in college where I gave a sophomore an underwater jacuzzi massage. But it didn't really work out for me, and I went back to being heterosexual. Right. And only 11% of the women out there are, what'd you say, leaving their husbands or
would dump that person
Would dump that person instantly.
Yep.
Only 11%. That means 89% would be like, oh, that's fine. Yeah, I knew that. I figured that.
It all makes sense now.
And men, 3% of men.
Well, that's a completely different story.
Yeah, of course.
If a woman approached her husband or boyfriend, or whatever, and said to the man, I just wanted you to know, just so it's on the record, and this is how women talk. Hey, just wanted you to know, so it's on the docket there, that that I once had a moment in college where it was, well, to put it briefly, one of them munchation situations.
Yeah, the guy
is not going to have a problem with that at all. It's a completely different situation. But you're telling me 3% of men, fine, would leave their girlfriends. That's actually a little bit high as far as, yeah, that's what I was. A little bit high as far as what I thought it would be. I would have guessed around 1.5%. Right. 1 or 2 out of every 100 men, for whatever reason, would leave their girlfriends because they couldn't, for some reason, come to grips with that. But you're telling me 89%, 89 out of 100 women that get told, out of the blue, something they had no knowledge of, that their boyfriend or husband had a homosexual moment. Only 11 out of 100 are leaving their men?
Well, at that moment, and once they're told, they're like, okay, I'm out. So, I mean, of that 89%, most are probably saying, okay, whatever. Yeah, to it. Or taking it all in and thinking about it. Oh, God.
Big boy.
Yeah, I would never.
Well, his name was Lars, and...
Lars does a lot of action.
Yeah, Lars does.
I don't know why women would care.
You don't know why women would care?
Big deal.
You don't know why women would care.
Oh, my
15,
gosh.
20 years ago, who cares?
Still.
Even if it was 175 years ago, women would probably care.
Definitely make me feel very uncomfortable.
Doesn't mean you got cheated on.
Would it make you feel uncomfortable? Would you leave your husband? Terry, you've worked really hard to find a husband.
I have.
Terry Freel worked many a tireless hour trying to find someone who would pop the question. Many kids later, many out of wedlock children that she produced into this world. Finally, she found a man who actually decided, yes, I love you and want to spend time with you.
Wow.
And You're telling me you would feel uncomfortable. Would you, knowing that you searched far and wide for this man, if for some reason he came to you and said, the guilt has gotten to me, I can't go on any longer with this charade. There was a moment that it was the policeman's ball. It was my first year on the force. I was all alone. I didn't have a date. I got a little too many in me. And his badge was just shining so bright. That I couldn't resist.
Well, they got to clarify. He's not living a charade. He's not gay. He just messed around once. So there's a difference.
Messed around once with a guy.
But he's not coming out of the closet to her.
Well, in some sense,
many would say that that's coming out of the closet in some large or medium-sized form. If you had a homo,
right, just once.
Yeah, just once, fine. Once is a lot for a lot of people out there. If you had a homosexual moment where you did a homosexual act at whatever point in your life, and your significant other didn't know about it, and you were in a heterosexual relationship, and you had a homosexual moment that you're now telling her about, she would be freaked out, in most cases, a hell of a lot more than just 11% of the women that decided, well, I can't go on any longer with this relationship. I would expect the number to be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Just given what I feel is taking the pulse of what's going on out there, Terry.
It seems it would have been higher.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like, if you would have asked me if you would have made it a game show moment, I would have guessed about 68%, if not higher. 68% would say, all right, I can't go on with the relationship. It's just too creepy. Most women would find it just too creepy.
And I agree with you on that, because again, like I said, it would make me feel really uncomfortable, and I would probably, as much as it would pain me,
you can't jerk off Jacques and then just pretend like it never happened.
Oh, willy-nilly like that.
It's a little judgmental, I think.
Well, perhaps you're right. I'm not saying whether you're right or wrong. I'm just saying that I'm staggered by the fact, and I don't believe the statistic, that only 11% of ladies decide to call it off right there. Gotta be more than that. And even you, Terry, looking at the face that you made when thinking about your man with another man, even for 30 seconds, told me all I needed to know. Your bags are packed so fast.
Let's go, kids.
Again?
Now where are we moving to?
You promised us this time, Ma. Well, that was before I found out what I just found out. But you're just saying that because you know that probably will never happen. That moment,
I know.
That moment of, we have to have a talk.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you never know, really.
Oh, jeez. Stephen, are you, in some effort, are you preparing your wife? Are you
laying the groundwork?
I was young. I needed the money.
In fact, I never got paid for it.
Now, let me just say one thing here.
Okay.
The only time that this situation wouldn't be as big a situation is if the guy had done time and there was no other option.
Okay.
If the guy sits his wife down or his girlfriend down and says, hey, you know, I talked to you about being in the can for 3 years. There was a moment with Jacques in cell block D.
Right.
Well, she'd be like, well, I assumed you wouldn't be able to get through 3 years without a moment or two.
Right. Well, and of course,
it was against my will, too, and I asked for more.
Well, and of course, I'm sure the situation is different, too, if it's a molestation type of thing, too. I mean, if you come clean about that.
Right.
Yeah, of course. But if it's just
those
like...
things don't count.
Yeah, those don't
Consensual,
count.
we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're talking about...
You
like,
wanted to do
And
it.
prison sex is not necessarily consensual. It's not your first option.
No, it's not.
In a lot of times, it's not your first option, so that doesn't count if that was the conversation.
Right, but if it's one of those conversations where it's, hey, over dinner or whatever, you're going out on a date night, and by the way, honey, let's have a nice intimate talk.
What married couple or boyfriend and girlfriend has a date night?
Well, it happens.
Date night? What percent of people have date night that are in committed relationships? 0!
You go to dinner and a movie. That's date night.
I may go to dinner because I'm hungry. I may go to
just
a
take your wife
movie.
with you just for the hell of it.
I may go to a movie because there's something that needs to be seen. But I ain't
that's
doing
date night, my friend.
I ain't doing dinner and a movie.
Oh, together?
No.
And I ain't doing date night. All right? Date night is in the rear view mirror.
If you're going to dinner and a movie and then capping it off with a little lovemaking, that's date night for
Whoa.
Am I doing what now? If I'm doing what?
you. You go to dinner, you go to the movie, and then you do a little
dinner.
lovemaking.
I don't do dinner and a movie in the same night.
You don't ever anymore?
I'll eat dinner on that night that I'll see a movie.
Of course,
I
with
eat
your
dinner
wife.
every night, actually. But I don't go specifically to a spot for dinner and then, we got to make the movie.
So there's no way if you go to a movie, we can't go to a restaurant.
Well, it's not an organized plan of dinner and a movie. It's not like, okay, we got the reservation at 8 and the movie starts at 9:30. And let me tell you about my homosexual moment while we're at it.
Perfect night for that.
Yes.
Let's go see.
I don't know what kind of life you're living, Steven.
But those are date nights, by the way.
But I am not signing up for it. Yeah, if you were to plan out dinner and a movie, that would be a date night. I agree.
So if you just go out to dinner with your wife, that's not a date.
Well,
we don't plan a dinner and a movie.
You plan on eating dinner every day, though, I would assume.
It's like we go to the movie theater. On nights we go to the movies, we get the tickets, we're like, oh, we got 20 minutes, let's scarf something down real quick.
Right.
So every meal for Steven's a date night.
Right.
I think when you go out...
A lot of dates.
I think when you go out and do things, it's a date night.
You know what? Let me open the phone lines.
Not dinner at home.
Let me open the phone lines here, Terry, because you brought up a very interesting subject. Not really. You told us about a new fact... Toid, a new factoid that has come about through a vast research that has concluded that 11% of the ladies out there in committed relationships and or marital situations, in serious relationships, you know who your boyfriends are, ladies? You know who your husbands are, ladies. Now imagine your husband coming to you, imagine your boyfriend coming to you and saying, we have to have a talk. And then following that up with, I don't want you to think anything peculiar or anything off about me. It has nothing to do with who I am or any new things you should be thinking about me, but I had a moment.
Just one, right?
Just one.
Okay.
It's just one moment. It was not followed up by a second moment.
Yeah, years
later. It was one moment, didn't work out for me.
Long previous to her.
Long before,
okay.
at least 2 years before they even met. How about that?
Okay.
Well, here's the hypothetical. It's at least 2 years before the couple met. This couple we're talking about is in a serious relationship or married, and he comes to her and tells her about a moment. Let's say it was like back in sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
Well, you're old enough to know what's going on.
Sure.
You're old enough to know if you like women or men.
Right.
And that you can't be playing with some guy's rear end without it being considered a homosexual act to some degree.
Right.
All right? Now, in the third grade, you can get away with that. But when you're pushing 10th grade, 11th grade,
right.
you can't be doing that unless you have decided, hey, this is my lifestyle. And go for it. Okay. Now, how many of you ladies out there would be able, how should I phrase it? We'll hear from both sides.
Yeah.
If you would be able to just brush it off, no problem. Hey, yes, that's fine. I know you love me. I know you love everything about me, and I know you love the heterosexual life you're living right now, so I'm not concerned about that at all. You had a homo moment, good.
You're a homo moment.
You needed to rule that out on your checklist?
Homo moment of the day.
No. Let's find out how the women feel about this.
It's got to be sad if someone just pulled a ripcord on a marriage for something that happened 15 years ago.
One would say...
Unless they've been married 20 years.
One would say that would be sad.
Yeah.
It's hard to not agree that it'd be sad if you pulled the ripcord on a 15-year marriage upon finding out this information. Everything had been going fine for 15 years, and all of a sudden you have a sit-down conversation that talks about this, and you're packing up and leaving. That would be sad. But would it be unreasonable and or out of the question? 1-866-663-T-Man. And by the way, if this ever did happen, no guy's telling his wife.
I know.
No guy's telling his girlfriend.
No, I know that.
You're taking that to the grave.
Yes, I agree with you.
I hope Lars doesn't call.
So this is a hypothetical.
Right.
I killed Lars.
Nancy, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
We're never going to get to the T-Man email of the day now, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead, Nancy.
Okay, so basically, I was just thinking, realistically, as far as me, I would end it right away. I don't think I could live with that type of, I guess, secret from my partner. It just would not happen.
So you're very surprised that, according to the study that was done, only 11 out of 100 women, when presented with the situation, would leave their men.
You know what? I'm kind of not, because there's a lot of women that stand by their men to do anything. I mean, and sometimes it's not necessarily in a good way, you know? I mean, people just decide to go ahead and follow with that. And I'm thinking maybe some of these women are thinking, I'm going to give this person some time to see if this is just a phase that they had at some point, or if this is really something that's still on the table.
Yeah, and that is true, that women will stand by their men through basically just about anything. Mm-hmm. But what's fascinating, and maybe this is fair or not fair, But women, I'll tell you this, I guarantee you this. I know what's going on out there, Terry. I represent all men while speaking for all women, and I will tell you this is a fact. Women would be much more ready to stand by their man who's a multiple cheater with women than they would hearing about the long ago scenario where her boyfriend or husband tells her about the homoerotic moment that he had to follow through with just to do a little exploring. They'd be more apt to stay with the multiple, not just one time, the multiple cheater than they would this guy that we describe here who's cleaning his soul.
That's probably true.
Is that a homophobic thing?
You're probably right.
I don't know if it's a homophobic thing. I don't know how you would classify it, but it's the reality.
Just weirds them out.
1-866-663-T-Man. And Kim is calling from Where are you calling from?
San Andreas.
Okay, what's up?
I would say I have to leave him too because that's nasty. I wouldn't do no such thing like that.
Now, do you have a serious boyfriend or husband?
I don't have a boyfriend. I have a serious boyfriend. If he had to come home and tell me that, he could have asked me to poke him. He didn't have to go out and do no thing like that. That's just disgusting.
So you can never have sex with him again, and you love, as we stand right now, you love having sex with your boyfriend. Is that fair to say? Yes. So why wouldn't you? You love having sex with your boyfriend, but the love that you have for the sex with your boyfriend would completely do a 180 if he told you about this scenario.
Man, but just look at it. You never know when he might want to get that hunch again and go out there and, and want to find another man.
That's true.
And that's a part of this. That's a very fair comment.
No, it's not fair, because any straight guy may have a hunch to go have another woman. So what's the difference?
Women, as I said, are more apt to be tolerating the cheating on their having been cheated on with a woman than they would in this situation. It's not even close.
Well, and going out with another guy is a more risky lifestyle, too.
So don't give me...
Isn't it?
It's a gay disease, AIDS, yes.
Don't give me stats. Don't give me studies, Terry, that are so bogus that are skewing the reality of what's going on out there. All right? Don't tell me only 11% of women are leaving their men. It's got to be higher than that. It's got to be.
Well, I'm just telling you what Love at Lycos found.
Oh, Love at Lycos.
Right.
Well, they know.
Becky is calling from San Francisco. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
And she has a different perspective from what I'm being told. Yes, Becky, what would you like to say? What would you like to add to the conversation that needs to be talked about? Yeah.
I say, who cares?
You would say, who cares?
And really, I have more respect for a man who's honest about having that experience.
But how honest really was he that it took him some time to actually sit you down and tell you about it, and he didn't allow you to know about the information before you got really invested in him? Wouldn't you have rather have known this? Would it have been appropriate for him to tell you while you were falling in love with him as opposed to after you had fallen so deep for the man?
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to ask him who every person he had a sexual experience is, and I don't want to know who that is.
This is no more significant than any girl he had sex with in his past.
No,
it's
not at all. And, I actually am really tired of the double standard that if it were me sharing that experience in reverse, then he's going to be all excited and think that's really excellent.
He'll ask you to put on some kind of performance if you're so inclined this weekend.
That's always what follows that. Oh, great!
Come on, you got a second encore in you. I got my lighter still lit. Come on, come back out. Becky, are you involved with someone on some serious level or no?
Not currently.
You're not. You're a very single woman.
Very.
Wow. Well, I'm sure you'd be getting a lot of hits on your MySpace if you gave your information out right now, but we don't have the time. Okay, thanks a lot for the call. Becky is...
Stephen found it already, so no need.
See, now, as far as the call is concerned on your scorecard...
Yeah.
It's 2-1.
Right.
But not exactly 11%, Terry.
Right.
If anything, it's going in the other direction, as did the guy back in the day. Right. But me or my, what is your name? Me? My? Mo? Fum?
This is my brother, you.
Me, are you there?
Seattle.
Yeah, what's your name?
My
from Seattle, yes. What would you like to say?
I just want to say that if I have a husband, it's hard to find a husband. If I have a husband and he said that he's homosexual, I would forgive him for that, and it's just a one-time thing.
So as long as it was a one-time thing and it was well in the past, you can just shut it out of your mind, or maybe not even need to shut it out of your mind. It could be in your mind and it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
But you
What's wrong with that? Well, just like girls.
But then a week later, you see him talking to the neighbor about what tool he's using on the bench he's building in his garage, and you're getting a little concerned, aren't you?
Well, and I guess
aren't you? Answer me, Maybe not. All right.
But I guess the other thing, too, what makes it kind of, for me at least, being uncomfortable is like, let's say, okay, he admits to his little whatever. And, I mean, I guess later on in the bedroom, all of a sudden he wants to explore more kinky things.
And he screams out Tito instead of Terry.
Well, but he says, oh, here, try this on. And you know,
so homophobic, man.
Can you try on these testicles, please?
Yeah, right.
You know?
What was that? Wait,
That's the same thing.
Yeah, people are now coming to the forefront with why is it a different situation if a woman tells the man the same thing? It's completely different, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's every
hey,
guy's
I don't make
fantasy.
the rules. That's just the way it is, My. How do you spell your name? Because it's on the screen as M-Y. Is that how you spell your name?
M-Y.
All right, My. There you go. It's pretty simple to break down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot.
I like your show. I just want to tell you that I like your show, but I don't agree with everything you say.
Well, that's a damn shame, because you'd be off on the things you don't agree with. You're right on the things you agree with, and you'd be wrong on the things you disagree with. It's a very simple formula. What are you laughing about? I couldn't be more serious.
Thought of the formula. That's true.
The burning bush has spoken.
Tracy from San Jose, good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. You know, you guys, I swore I was waiting for you guys to put the phone number up there, but that is exactly what happened to me. I was with this guy for maybe 6 months or a year. We're getting along great.
Oh, geez.
I was telling him about my experiences, and he was telling me about his. I think it really has to depend on the situation, you were also told, too, and how open you are individually.
How did you handle it? Did you rule him out?
I'm still with him. This is 6 years later, and I'm
all right. Now, you cannot say you can't say the F word on the air. I hope you know that. I dumped that. I
saw that.
I hope that it works, because the dump button has had some issues in the past couple of days. But
my bad.
Right,
yeah, he's just a 3S, and I know this man comes home.
All right, let me ask you this. You say that you stuck with your man even though he told you about his homosexual experience in the past. But even though you did that, do you believe that only 11% of women are doing as you did and brushing it off and saying it's not a big deal or any kind of significant deal and moving on with the relationship? Or you think it's got to be a lot higher than that of women that would pack up and move on?
Probably a lot higher, because at the first second... No, at the first second, they'll be, oh, it's okay, but that, you know how women are. That stuff stirs in the back of their head, and they'll be like, a week or a month later, they'll be like, oh, hell no, I gotta go.
And then you're always wondering what he's really doing on the computer.
Right.
And why he wants to run for Congress.
It's the T-Man Show.
Call now. 1-866-663-T-Man.
George Michael, the 43-year-old singer who's topped the charts with hits like Fate, hitting a bit of a low note after being busted by Scotland Yard Sunday for suspected drug possession the second time in a year. The cops say Mr. Michael was discovered slumped over in his car. He was then arrested on suspicion of being unfit to drive and possession of a substance believed to be cannabis.
Oh, cannabis.
Ooh,
that sounds so official and bad.
I know.
He was sleeping in his car, smoking a little doobie. I mean, he wasn't driving, was he?
No, he was.
Did he make the mistake of having his keys in the ignition?
Probably.
I mean, you can't smoke. I guess you can't smoke weed anyway. But that doesn't sound like the biggest deal to me. Let the guy continue on his tour or whatever the hell he's doing these days.
Yeah, but
the tour of the public bathroom.
Yeah, that's the tour.
But he keeps getting in trouble for this incident.
Okay. I think he actually is on tour, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I think I heard that somewhere. What else is going on real quick, Terry? I don't even have time to read my ST-Man letter of the day because it's such a good one that I picked out for today that, why are you laughing?
Steven just keeps making noises when you say it.
I didn't even hear that time.
Say it again.
The ST-Man letter of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to bring it up now because it deserves a full allotment of time, which I don't think we really have now because we're so far behind. So if you have a quick story, it'd be a good time for that, Terry. What do you got?
All right, well, according to a new study, women get aroused just as quickly as men do.
Mm-hmm.
In fact.
Interesting. So what you're saying then, if I may paraphrase for you, Terry, women get aroused just as quickly as men is what you said, right?
Yes.
So if I may translate, what that means is women lie. Well, what else is there to say but that? Women lie because for years you've been telling us about how much foreplay you need, how you need we need to get you warmed up before we just dive right on in, when the reality is women get just as quickly aroused as men.
Right.
And this is how quickly men get aroused. Bing, okay, ready to go. So
well, actually, they say it takes both men and women just around 12 minutes.
12 minutes?
Yes.
Why does a man need 12 minutes to get aroused?
Well, I mean, I think...
Here, you lick your lips in the next 2 seconds, I'm getting aroused.
No, I think that,
why does it take 12 minutes to get a tall boy? It doesn't take 12 minutes to get a tall boy.
Well,
does it take 12 minutes to get a tall boy?
No,
I don't hear you making sounds now.
But I mean, you can kind of get
maybe
there.
12 minutes with your wife.
Oh,
I'm almost there, baby. Look the other way. Come on, I'm almost there. Hang on.
Look the other way.
Wow.
Nice.
Gosh.
I really rolled off the tongue
Trust
for
me,
you.
we're not anywhere close to turning them on any better ourselves.
It's not.
But
it's so true.
12 minutes. Why would it take any man 12 minutes to get aroused?
Well, completely. I mean, to the point where it's not like...
Yes, completely. I know what completely means when you're talking about a tall boy, Terry. I'm not talking about a half tag. I'm talking about a tall boy. And why does it take 12 minutes? Why would it take 12 minutes to get aroused? I don't know who you're hanging out with, Terry. But if in the right setting, it shouldn't take a man more than 10 seconds.
Well, this survey says...
12 minutes to be fully prepared for the act of intercourse. It's 12 minutes for men, 12 minutes for women, give or take.
Right.
To get emotionally and physically prepared.
What's this now?
You need to be emotionally...
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with these terms. I'm just talking about the length of time it takes a man to get aroused. And as I said, all that's required is a few seconds of anything seriously erotic enough to get you inspired.
Right.
So we're talking about mere seconds.
Well,
and women, what you said, take an equal amount of time to get aroused.
Pretty much.
No more foreplay. We're not buying into any more propaganda put out there by the women of how you need this, that, and the other thing paid attention to.
Right.
Diving right in, and then we're watching TV.
Put a clock up there. Okay, 12 minutes. Dang, you're ready.
Well, I don't buy this 12-minute thing, because you said in one breath that women and men get equally aroused in the same amount of time, and now you're giving me 12 minutes.
Well, they say that men reached maximum arousal.
Maximum arousal.
Maximum arousal.
Whatever that means. Did they describe what maximum arousal means?
No, but they said maximum arousal in 664.6 seconds, and women maximum arousal just a little bit above that, which basically translate to about 12 minutes.
Jerry, I could bring on a couple of hot patrols right now that make it happen in 12 seconds. All right, end of story.
Maximum?
Maximum, yes. Wow.
Are they talking right before the money shot, or are they talking just to get ready?
Oh, God.
I don't think that's what they're talking about.
The bottom line here is, as far as what I take from this story, is that women are no longer going to get away with this overwhelming need for foreplay. Men and women have the same clock as far as arousal is concerned.
According to the study, yes.
And for a woman to guilt her man into thinking, well, it takes me longer to get myself going, so you need to pay more attention to here, that, and over there, is not really true. Now, maybe the man still has an inclination to be doing just that, and that's up to him. But it's not necessary. It's bull crap. It's lies passed down from their grandmothers.
Right.
It's some secret for sorority thing that women have passed down. It's not true. And the days are over as far as us really feeling as though it's our duty to do anything.
Well,
like that.
But still,
foreplay is over.
But why would they sit through it if they don't need it?
I'm sure it does something for them.
Sure, absolutely.
It certainly is not the most unpleasurable experience, Stephen. Don't pretend like you don't know. And because I'm sure Amy gives you tons of foreplay.
It's my favorite.
So you need to get warmed up, yes. But
bad visual.
Well,
one of the best all-time
lies.
As far as the foreplay, no, I still think it's very important, mind you, just because I think that it connects the couple.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Well, if the couple is not connected, it takes foreplay to connect, and maybe you shouldn't be lying horizontal in the first place.
That's not true, because if you truly
I'm
care about your
totally
relationship-
unconnected with you, so could you take out your tongue and put it right here?
Oh, connect foreplay. Pretty sneaky, wife.
The hell are you talking about, Terry? It connects the couple.
I just think that, as far as being on the same...
Don't get me wrong. I love unconnected sexual activity. Someone that I don't know from a hole in the wall, don't even know if she speaks English, let's go for it kind of activity.
Right.
That, to me, nothing better.
Okay.
But for the average person, they might want, especially the average woman, they might want a tad bit of connection before the act. Mm-hmm. And I would think it would be their motive to get that going before foreplay. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, but yeah, hopefully
women are
right,
liars, is what you want to say.
Wow.
Women are liars. That's all I needed to say. I don't know why you dragged that a long conversation in it. But Ted wants to comment from Oakland. Go ahead, Ted.
Hey, yeah, this is Ted, man.
How are you, Ted?
I'm good, man. You know what? You said it. You said it in a nutshell when you said they were liars, man.
Yes, and they've had us believing this for too long. For too long, we've been guilted into, I got to stimulate this, and don't let me forget that, and I've neglected this, and I feel horrible because I didn't warm up that. Well, screw that!
No, they need to pay for that, man. They need to pay. We've been waiting for so long to hear that, man. T-Man, you are the man for that.
Women can get equally as aroused by us men just diving right in.
Now, who is that?
Look out below!
Man, look. It takes seconds. Where does 12-minute thing come in at?
I have no idea.
I'm just telling you what the researchers came up with,
on top of Terry Free telling us that women are liars, she's also told us that we need 12 minutes to get ourselves going. Another moment of giving us nothing but insults here, Terry. Why do you continue to insult us men? What do you have against men?
I didn't insult. It's them.
The man bashing on this program is due to end any second.
I'm well into my nap after 12 minutes.
Oh, God. See, you're a lot of fun.
I'm already trying to calculate how wrong I went and what I just did 12 minutes into the act. All right, I got to either try harder or something. Because look at her. She looks just devastated.
Definitely didn't work for her this time.
Monica from Santa Rosa. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Time is short. What do you got?
Say it again?
I got 30 seconds. What do you got?
Oh, I just want to say that survey's a lie. It doesn't take 12 minutes. Some women take longer, some men do. But...
don't tell me it's up to the individual. All men and women are on the same keel.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. And we're not buying into any more women's theories. We bought into women's theories for too long now. Men and women both need a minute and a half tops.
Minute and a half tops.
And then entree.
Oh, really?
The T-Man Show
returns after this.
Get ready! A couple of text pages here, Terry.
Oh, good.
If you don't mind, that have rolled in as the morning has progressed. Somebody writes at 8:40 and 26 seconds, your program director almost did a good thing by putting on Papoose on your station, but has now ruined it by putting Justin Timberlake on right after. A comment. What else needs to be read here? Experience with a dude.
Wow.
Sounds like Hotshot needs to confess. T-Man, you gotta ever tell your fantasy football story? I'm dying. 3 hours. I can't believe listeners actually want to hear this story.
Well, yeah.
But if there's one listener that wants to hear it, then that's more than enough for me. As I told you in the 6 o'clock hour, as this texter points out here, I talked about it in the 6 o'clock hour, when am I going to talk about it again? I was harassed all through the evening, or at least it seemed, by the fantasy football commissioner in our league. Yes. And why, Terry? And why? Because I'm actively going out there trying to make trades.
Sure.
Because I'm one who doesn't stand pat. I'm the wheeler. I'm the dealer.
Okay.
And I realized that my team, being a 2-2 team, 2 wins, 2 losses, needs perhaps an injection of some positive player personnel energy.
Okay.
All right. So what do I do? My strategy is to look at the 1-3 and the 0-4 teams and say, they're probably in panic mode. Let's see what we can rip off them for.
Right.
Or not necessarily rip off, but maybe work out a deal that works for both sides.
Sure.
So I make a trade with some dude who actually works in the building that I don't even know very well. And we make a blockbuster 11-player trade, Terry.
11 players?
That's right. I even gave up Matt Hasselbeck in the deal.
Stop
And the
it.
commissioner then emails me saying, the trade is very lopsided in your favor, but I'm concerned that you're colluding with this guy, and you have some arrangement whereby you're going to give him money if you win, and you're going to split the money, and you're cheating. Like, I don't have anything better to do in my life than to cheat in fantasy football. That's my goal in life. If I'm going to be a cheater, that's where I want to start, with fantasy football.
But can I ask a quick question as far as the commissioner is concerned?
Yes.
Does he not give the okay to make the trades?
Well, he has,
Isn't that
he
his-
has to approve the trades, and he was
Right.
letting me know in a harassing type way that this trade of yours was better for you than it was for him. No, duh! That's why I made the trade. Why would I make a trade that's bad for me?
Right.
Of course I like the trade, or I wouldn't have made it.
Sure.
But I gave up Matt Hasselbeck, and I got back a lesser quarterback, Jerry, but I got Chad Johnson, who's having a bad year. And I predicted he'd have a bad year, so why would I want him? Maybe he'll turn it around. Maybe I got a good price. That's what I'm hoping for. The guy's team is 0-4. He's in panic mode. He's sick of Chad Johnson not catching touchdown passes for him this year, and he gave him up for less than he obviously would have at the beginning of the year. I like the trade. Don't you email me telling me I'm a cheater. How can you insult a person more than suggest they're cheating in fantasy football?
No kidding. Why would you?
There's no better way that I can think of to insult me, that's for sure, than accuse me of cheating in fantasy football like I have nothing better to do. Like I'm calling this guy saying, I have an idea. You give me all your players, and then I'll split the money with you. We can cheat our way through this. Wow. Are you freaking kidding? That's what I'm doing with my time? I have nothing better to do with my life? Disgusted. I told him, just take my team off the website, take my whole, don't accuse me of cheating. If better than accuse me of cheating, do me a favor and just take me out of the league.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, nobody's quit this year yet.
To me, that's better than accusing me of cheating in fantasy football.
I mean, you may have nothing better to do, but it doesn't mean you're cheating.
Please. I may have nothing better to do than to make trade offers, and that's what I'm doing. Other people, trades are free in our league. So I'm sitting there with nothing to do. I'm sick of looking at porn all day, so I look at the roster grid,
Love the
as
roster
it's
grid.
called, and I look at other players, other teams' players, and I say, I'd like him. Let me make him a trade offer.
Right.
And we went through the guy who I made a trade with in the building here. His name is Dick Fane, which my wife always finds creepy because she always thinks that's too close to Dick Vane, Terry. But his name is Dick Fane with an F.
Yes.
Not Dick Vane.
Okay. Thank you.
But it is a little too close for anyone's
It
comfort.
is.
But I don't know the guy that well.
Sure.
And we worked out a number of trade offers. I made one to him, then he countered back to me, and I countered, and before you know, we had a deal. And then it says, well, pending the approval of the league commissioner. Well, the league commissioner, wielding his power, feels like he can't just let any trade go by without a comment through email. Oh, Mr. T-Man, I really think you made a good trade there. Almost so good that I have to wonder if you're colluding with Dick Vane. Accusing me of cheating. Are you freaking kidding me? Cheating in fantasy football. That'd be like what, Terry? Give me an analogy.
I can't.
That'd be like a woman with double D's putting Kleenex in her bra.
There you go.
What's the point?
Right.
All right, maybe it's a bad analogy, but you understand what I'm saying?
No, I do.
You have
I
nothing
mean,
better to do than cheat in fantasy football. Give me the name of your favorite charity. What's your favorite charity, Terry? I'll show you how much I care about Make-A-Wish? Mm-hmm. Is that the one you work for?
No,
What's the one you do business with? Do you have one you do business with?
Rise and Shine.
Rise and Shine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
That's still one of my favorite charities. I'm not
well,
on
you
the
said
board.
Make-A-Wish first. I'll tell you what. You said Make-A-Wish first. That's a children's charity?
Yes.
If I win, all my winnings go to charity. Terry's charity. How about that? Wow. How about that, Commissioner? That's how much I care about this league. I'll give it to people that actually put the money to good use. I don't want your dirty money. Your stupid money. The Make-A-Wish Foundation. Unless I come in first, Terry, and then the cash allotment will be sizable enough we can split it between two charities, and I'll take my favorite charity, and that'd be autismspeaks.com, Terry. You know I have a niece,
Yes.
one of my two nieces, 8-year-old niece, is autistic. Mm-hmm. We'll split it between your charity and my charity should I win.
Okay.
And that's what cheaters do, right? Give their money away. Care less, man. Accuse me of cheating in fantasy football.
That's what he's taking it a little too seriously.
Okay.
Maybe me.
Well,
I don't think it's you.
No.
Doesn't sound like it.
That is kind of ridiculous. I mean,
If
you made the trade.
What does first place get? Like 1,500 or something?
He's higher, actually.
A little higher, good. So the first place, Terry, will split it between the Make-A-Wish Foundation and AutismSpeaks.com.
Okay.
All right. But if I come in second or third or fourth, is that all the money spots?
I think so.
Second, third, or fourth, then all the money goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is Terry's charity. I will write a check as soon as I get that money for the full amount, even my entry fee, which I don't even want back. Keep the dirty money! Accuse me of cheating in fantasy football!
That's kind of stupid.
The most low-rent accusations I've ever heard in my life. I think you may be cheating, T-Man.
I know.
Die!
Well, it's not their job to judge what the trades are, right?
Right,
To
it's
say
just
this is not a good trade for this guy. So.
It's just whether or not it's either yes or no.
And I'm the only one making trades in this league, Terry. This is I've made 3 trades now. No one else in the league has even made a trade. They're free. I don't know. People obviously don't have social skills like I do in this league, Terry. They don't have the cordialness in their body to be proposing trades and negotiating through the website that we have designed for fantasy football, writing little notations on the trade, and we can do this, we can work that out, and this, and what are you doing right now? What are you wearing? And I'm the only one who makes freaking trades. And what do they want to do? What do they want to do? They want to squash my ability to maneuver.
Right. That's all it is.
Well, I've had it up to here. It's part of every league. I don't know why our league doesn't make trades.
I mean, you're supposed to be able to maneuver to make yourself better, right?
They're scared of my team now, Terry. And they should be, because my team will win, and I will not. I have no interest in reaping any of the benefits. I would like all the benefits to go to your foundation, Terry. Oh. And if first place comes about, then there's enough money in the fantasy football kitty to give it to 2 charities.
There you go.
Stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Ruined my fantasy football fun.
I know. That's one reason I know that you like to play, is because it's all about
Stupid commissioner. And he didn't take accountability for his email. He said, and other team owners are complaining about your trade.
Other team
and the pseudo commissioner has said we shouldn't even allow it to go through. I'm like, who's the pseudo? What's a pseudo commissioner anyway?
Yeah, I thought there was just one person making the decision, right?
You're the commissioner. Get some balls.
Whoa.
Does the trade go through or not?
Yeah.
Because Dick Vane wants to know.
And
who knows how the trade is going to turn out, Terry? Maybe Chad Johnson does nothing for the rest of the year. Maybe my team all of a sudden goes into the tank, and I finish with a losing record.
No, you play us this week.
And your charity gets Dick.
Oh, Vane?
So, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how my trade turns out.
Right.
But I just know one thing. I don't want to be accused of cheating in fantasy football ever again, or I'm going to kill somebody. All right.
How's the commissioner's team doing? I mean, maybe the commissioner and the pseudo-commissioner are worried that...
Oh, yeah.
Pseudo-commissioner.
That you're going to...
Yeah, the pseudo-commissioner, this person that has now been identified as the pseudo-commissioner, has a 4-0 record. No wonder he's concerned. Pseudo-commissioner thought it was money in the bank. Very dubious. And now he's a little concerned that his money may not be secured.
Right.
Because not only does he have a 4-0 record, but for 3 out of the 4 weeks, he's had the top scoring of anybody in the league.
Wow.
Well, those days may be over now that I have Chad Johnson and Reggie Wayne. And
Reggie Wayne?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we...
That was the trade I made with you. I made 2 trades yesterday.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I made 1 trade with Dick Vane, and then I made a follow-up trade with Pasty Dave and Stephen R. Kilbreth.
Wow.
So the other deal was 11. Ours was just like, what,
Ours
2 or 3 players?
Was a 3-player trade.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Yes.
You're busy.
I gave them 2 running backs for 1 wide receiver.
Wow. 2 for 1.
Because they had plenty of wide receivers on their roster.
Yeah.
That's how I like them. Open up wide, big boy.
So that trade worked for both sides.
We have 3 tight ends.
I mean, and you say nobody else is making any type of movement because they're all too scared to...
I don't know. I just don't think they have the social skills that I have. Yes.
Well, and obviously so, because
they're too scared to pull the trigger on any trades because they're afraid it may ruin their fantasy football chemistry or whatever they're thinking is. Who knows? I like to shake it up!
Well, maybe the commissioner and the pseudo-commissioner are cheating amongst each other.
Who knows?
Maybe you should throw that accusation back.
Well, I don't throw accusations and accusing people of cheating in fantasy football. I don't do that. I'd rather talk to the ham sandwich man. who we don't have as open.
Oh.
Yes. Good morning, Hammy.
Oh, now.
He can't get himself going without hearing his open, Terry.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, things just ain't the same without that opening.
I understand.
You heard me?
And we are going to look. We're going to roll up our sleeves and search every corner of this building until we find the ham sandwich open.
Well, you know, last
That would involve work.
Yes.
Last time I was live online, I was searching for love. You dig? But ham to the sandwich did not find love. What I found was pain.
You found what?
I said what I found was pain.
Oh, wait, we found your open.
Hold on. He was born in the bayou.
Eating a ham sandwich.
With a golden spoon. With golden teeth.
I think romantic is just sitting down and what a like this.
He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside.
Yeah.
He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land.
Just chilling.
He's the ham sandwich guy.
I say what?
Yes!
Whoa now.
Yes. Better than ever. The ham sandwich man.
Yeah.
No one will ever accuse him of cheating in fantasy football, Terry.
I know.
Well, T-Man, today's topic is on in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Aha. Those keeping score at home, today's topic is the wrong place at the wrong time. Who was in the wrong place at the wrong time, Hammy?
And on my mama, it always happened to the innocent bystander.
I hate when the innocent bystander finds himself in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
What was the innocent bystander doing that they found themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, Hammy?
Okay, round one, I was told by my cousin that she was going out to a club with 10 females. I got overexcited when she told me this, and I raced down onto to the liquor store, and I bought some Grey Goose and a bottle of Alizé.
Sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
How old's your sister?
Cousin.
I mean, my
Your cousin? How old's your cousin?
23 years old.
23
T-Man.
with a pack of 9 friends on her hip, Terry.
T-Man, not only that, the story don't stop. I raced on down to Walmart because that evening I was just so much in a rush. I was looking pretty scrubby. I was able to score me 2 braids in my hair.
And nothing like the Walmart to spruce you right back up to life, Terry.
Right.
Yes.
I went and bought me a nice little casual outfit, but the thing about my outfit, T-Man, I bought my jeans way too small.
All right.
I bought a size 33.
Rookie mistake. Okay, so you got the Grey Goose, you got the alcohol, and you got the too tight jeans, but what happens next?
Oh, when I put on my outfit, I was dressed to kill.
Okay, so we're
still looking good.
We're still salvaging the evening just fine. What's the problem?
Okay, head on down to HD's.
Okay.
My cousin hops out the car with 3 dudes, no females.
Mm-hmm.
The club was not packed, but hey, the DJ was playing some off-the-chain music.
Okay, so things are not a complete loss. What happens next?
Leaves the club, goes to the store. My cousin, I guess so many guys was on my cousin this particular night, they had a dude inside my car door. I told my cousin, get out my car and chop it up on side my car with the dude. You know what I'm saying? Don't have him all in my car like that.
All right, and to make a long story short?
Goes into the store, comes out, and it is a all-out ride going on in the parking lot.
Oh, big old fight.
Everybody is getting bust up except for me and my cousin, and I'm no different from just, hey.
Sounds like a pretty entertaining evening to me, Terry.
Hey,
Sitting back, watching people fight.
Sitting back with a bottle of Grey Goose, watching the big riot sounds like a pretty good night out to me.
Lock the door, 7-Eleven guy.
Look, I don't know none of these guys out here, but they are getting whooped on. They had a guy out there dropping them Fifth War Bumblebee stingers on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing about it,
Not the Bumblebee stingers.
they thinking I'm out there dropping the Bumblebee stingers on them.
You're not a Bumblebee stinger kind of guy. Why would they make that mistake?
I do not, because they said that the guys talk with a slur, and being as I was soldiered out.
You do talk with a slur.
Yeah, he does.
I probably, see, man, I probably had on my two small jeans.
Oh, jeez, the Bumblebee Stinger guy had too small jeans on, too, Terry. It's a big mistake. So you're on the hook as far as being the Bumblebee Stinger guy, and now they're on the lookout for you?
Okay, there you go. Bango, bango. They're on the lookout for me.
So you want,
He's on the run.
You want those to know that are after the Bumblebee Stinger guy that there's been a mistaken identity and the ham sandwich man is not the man you're looking for, even though he happened to have on too tight a pair of jeans the other night.
And the story ain't over with yet.
Oh, my gosh. Whoa, now.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Give us the rest real quick.
Ladies up there, I was so disgusted Saturday night. Once again, I'm by myself. No phone calls, just nothing. No honeycomb hideout. No sex on the beach.
We got the point.
It's time for the ham sandwich man to go out.
Okay, so what does the ham sandwich man do? Real quick.
I get to another club, T-Man.
Oh, jeez.
Once I get
even knowing that the people are out there looking for the Bumblebee Stinger guy, he can't sit home doing nothing.
Right.
Look. The minute I hopped out my car, man, surprise, bingo, guess it's who in the back of me.
I could only imagine.
At about 12:30 at night.
You're riding dirty. What do you expect?
The biker cops.
You chased him down.
So how does the date end?
Man, okay, so boom. I'm making my way into the club. Shows the guy my ID. Bingo. I'm in the club. It's going down. The dance floor is copacetic. I hurry up immediately, makes myself to the bar. Guess what I ordered?
Oh, man, there's too much guessing in this.
No, just give it to us.
What do you order? What do you order? What?
Terry-free, guess what I ordered?
Oh, jeez.
Grey Goose, Alizade.
Double shot of gin and juice.
Oh, okay.
It's a happy ending. Okay.
I'm halfway finished my drink.
Are we halfway done with the story?
No. Yes, very close. Yes, very close.
Yes, halfway done with your drink, and what happens?
Man, look, I'm halfway finished my drink. Out of nowhere, two security guards stepped to me. They said, you have to leave the club.
So you were kicked out of the club. You were asked to leave, and the ham sandwich man never really leaves without a scene.
Right.
Right. Look, I was asked to leave the club because somebody want to fight me.
Okay.
Somebody want to fight me.
Sir, we're aware of the fact that somebody would like to fight you in this club. We are wondering if you'd be willing to leave voluntarily. Is that what they said to you?
No, yes, to a degree. I told them no.
Okay, well, voluntarily is now out of the question, so we're going to forcibly have you leave the premises. That's now what you're facing. Is that what they told you?
Correct.
All right, so what do? Do you give the Bumblebee Stinger?
Man, see, man, my words to them. Okay, if someone won't fight me, can you show me what they look like?
If someone wants to fight me, knowing that I'm the guy who is known around town as the Bumblebee Stinger, too tight a jean guy, that's their problem.
Right.
If it's a big guy, I stay. Small guy, I go fight him.
They tell me no. Well, I asked the two gentlemen, can you at least walk me to my car? Because my car is all the way down at the end, and on my mama, it's in the alley.
Mm-hmm. That's two times he's put things on his mama in this conversation.
Man, look, on my mama, my car is in the alley. So
how does the night end? How does the night end, Hammy?
See, man, I got them bumblebees stung on me.
Oh, the real Bumblebee Stinger came.
See, man, I did not lose the fight.
Yes.
But I got injured.
I see.
You feel me?
So somebody got injured a little bit more than you, but you weren't able to get out of the fight unscathed.
I had to go to the hospital.
One of the bouncers has the ham sandwich backhand imprinted on their face.
Look, I had to leave an ambulance.
Did you fight a bouncer?
T-Man, I was climbing a river.
Did you fight one of the bouncers or more than one of the bouncers? Yes or no?
Did I fight one of the bouncers?
Yeah, the fight that you had. The ass. It was with the bouncers or the guy that wanted to fight you from across the room?
Well, because
I don't ever believe there really was somebody that wanted to fight the ham sandwich man. They just wanted an excuse to get him out of the club because they saw him as maybe a situational guy.
Yes, which came true.
They saw him as a potential situation, so they made up the story about some guy wanted to fight him. That's why we have to have you leave the club, sir. And I believe the fight he had was with the bouncers. That's my prediction. Is that what happened, Hammy?
No.
Oh.
No.
Did you get jumped?
Look, you can say on this particular incident, when I stumbled in the club on this particular act, see, there was different parts of the fight.
So there was actually a guy in the club that wanted to fight you. The bouncers weren't lying.
The guy was outside.
The guy was outside. So if he was outside, why would they want you to leave the club?
The guys were outside.
You know, why am I trying to follow the story?
I don't even know.
Why am I trying to follow this story?
I think what happened is
you're right, though. You on the target and you hitting the main line like the anal hole.
I'm not comfortable with this line of discussion.
That's a little more than we needed.
All right, but the bottom line is you went woo-woo to the hospital in an ambulance, and your vital signs were really close to being tragic there, but you made it through, and you're happy to talk about it this morning, and people are actually calling in on the phone lines that were at the club that night and saw this whole thing shake down and said the ham sandwich man almost died.
See, man.
Yes.
I cried a river, and out that whole night, what I was so happy.
All right, let me put on someone who was there that has their account of the story real quick. I can't believe we're talking about this long. You were at the club, sir. You saw this happen or what?
Yeah, I seen the whole thing, man.
All right, what would you like to share?
I think they did do wrong. They was making him leave. Every time he tried to step outside, there was punches being thrown at him.
Whoa.
So it was an overdone level of abuse towards the ham sandwich man, in your opinion.
Well, you know what? That's from what I see, but they tell me that he was the one who initiated it, but I don't know. From what I've seen, he was the one that was in danger.
Hammy, we've seen on occasion when we're out and about that you can be a verbally abusive guy when you get a couple in you. Was that the situation? Did you have this coming to you, yes or no?
No.
As far as he's concerned, all he did was go to the club, get his drink on, and was going to chill, and then that's when the bouncers came up and said, hey,
and that's what
you got to go.
And that's what you saw, sir? You saw the ham sandwich man not provoking the situation, but being abused unnecessarily.
I see him being forced out of the club, and everybody who wanted him was waiting right there for him.
So you saw him led to the beating. So basically what you're telling us is that he was escorted to his beating outside.
He was being forced outside.
Yeah.
But am I right in thinking, from what you're telling me, you're saying, fine, he was forced to go outside, but was he then kind of steered towards the direction where the beating was waiting for him, or was he taken away from the situation?
No, that's what should have happened. He should have been taken away from it. No, he was forced to it.
He was led
towards it. In the ambulance, everything.
And that's why he asked the bouncers, say, okay, hey, if there's people out there, if there's a guy out there waiting for me, take me to my car so nothing happens to me.
That's what they should have. And you know what? You know what's bad about it? The police on the bike sat there and watched it.
Wow.
Whoa, not good.
Hammy.
Huh?
Are you Are you okay?
Do we wake you?
Are you all right after all that we have now found out that happened over the weekend? Are you going to be okay?
Well, I'm still on my pain medicine, and
yeah, he's feeling good.
And the window of my car is still busted out.
So what would you like to have happen as a result of this? If I could wave the magic ham sandwich wand and make the result come out in your favor, what would you like to have happen here?
Oh man, I can't say.
You can say. I'm asking you to say.
I don't know. I just need some love. I just need some love. That's all I say.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is ask for an investigation. Report it and ask for an investigation of the whole incident.
Well,
no one saw nothing.
That's all under control.
Oh, that's good.
That part,
All right. Well, you keep us posted. If you decide what you want to have happen out of this, let me know.
For sure. I'm not even happy-go-lucky. That from listening to the caller, he done changed my whole little happiness.
It takes a lot more than a heavy beating and an ambulance ride to take the smile off the ham sandwich man's face. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I'll holler at y'all good folks some more.
Well, see, I'm not done with this yet, believe it or not. So before we let you go, Hammy, you are now finding out for the first time, based on this caller's account, that you weren't really realizing that you were led to your own beating?
Well, from what I heard, like, the people of that club knew Friday, and they tried to get in contact with, this is what he told me. He tried to get in contact with Eddie Francis. Powers to the People, John, and several.
Yeah, John's going to be there to rescue you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's the general manager.
Now this conversation's gone completely ridiculous. But anyway.
I don't get it. But
All right. We spent 20 minutes of conversation to to get nowhere.
Guess what color shirt I had on that night? Red.
It was a long and winding path to the facts of the case.
Yes.
And I still have not a clue what the hell happened there.
Neither. I'm pretty sure he doesn't either.
All right.
The T-Man Show.
Don't you know?
We'll return after this.
The principal told them to take it off.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Loosen up your buttons, kids.
The principal told them to take it off.
Some final text pages here. Somebody at 9:25 and 23 seconds writes, how come you can take your happy ass to the Bay Area T-Man and get on the air, but we have to listen to you through static in Bellingham this morning? Oh. Where's Bellingham? Way north.
Well, very north, almost to the border.
They should be happy to hear us through static. Well worth it, I'm sure.
Usually comes in pretty clear.
Yeah, it usually does.
Should it be coming in clear there?
It should be.
Well, there's a new man on the case. Ooh. And Kelly Lichtenwald is going to make sure that that's no longer going to be the situation because he's the new chief engineer around here.
Yay!
And I'm glad all my people, Terry, are getting promoted and all the ducks are in line now to create real chaos around here.
Oh. All right, I'll call the guy at the Bellingham transmitter. We'll get it taken care of.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear, Kelly.
The Bellingham transmitter.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. That's not even accurate.
9:23 and 46 seconds. T-Man, you're right on. T-Man, you're right on the money. I hooked up with this girl last weekend. It only took us 30 seconds for both sides to get full on. I don't, you know. And that is absolutely the reality. Now, maybe if you're interested in foreplay, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying everyone out there should be eliminating foreplay. No. I'm just saying, don't tell me it's necessary. All right? Because you know, Terry, I represent all men while speaking for all women. Yes. And I will tell you, while speaking for all women, that nothing gets a woman more turned on than watching a scene on even a show like Grey's Anatomy, which all the women of the world get all juicy over. All right? Mm-hmm. You see, what do they call them, McFlurry?
Those are
McDreamy.
good.
McDreamy.
McDreamy, oh yeah.
McDreamy, if he were to take some girl into a medical supply room and just rip her clothes off in less than 30 seconds and start jamming away, women out there are going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Isn't that what they want out of McFlurry?
Well, they do.
Oh, but he's a sensitive guy when he cheats. Mm-hmm.
The thought process, though,
Isn't he a
takes
cheater?
longer.
Is that the storyline, that he's a big cheater and yet all the
he's
women
married,
love him?
Or something like that.
It's just ridiculously filled with the double standards of the world.
Double standard.
Women make it like guys who cheat are the worst low-red amoebas on the planet. And yet they can't wait to watch McFlurry go cheating again this Thursday on Grey's Stupid Anatomy. And trust me, it's a stupid anatomy. And I won't be watching it. Ever. In my life. I'd rather be accused of cheating in fantasy football.
Wow. But your wife watches it, right?
Every single second of it. Multiple times. It'll be sitting there on the TV, though.
She needs something multiple.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Couldn't agree more. And if Mr. McFlurry could take that out of my hands, all the better.
Get connected with T-Man by dialing 1-866-663-T-Man.
That's right! It's the T-Man Show.